Hello, my dear J Warriors. Welcome aboard to yet another session for your J 2025 preparation, the mock test series with the difficult questions, starting off with physics, then maths, and then chemistry. So, I hope you're all excited and geared up to crack it all. We are doing all varieties of questions just for you. We started this mock test series with the most expected questions. We went to the high weightage questions from the high weightage topics. Today we are doing the difficult questions, and then you're also going to have a marathon of physical chemistry by Diksha ma'am. Then there is a marathon of mathematics, and yes, of course, you also have another session of mock test tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And guess what? It is easy kill questions. So no matter whether it is difficult, whether it is easy, most expected, every single kind of question series, every model, every level of question is going to be covered on your favorite channel. So make sure you are subscribed onto this and like this video, because YouTube will make sure that you are recommended quality content. This is the #1 English channel, the most authentic channel for your JEE preparation. So make sure you are a part of it. Okay, so let's get going. I hope you're all ready for this. Good morning, Sadia J aspirant. Welcome, Supreme Uma, Srishant. Welcome. Afzal. Hi, Kirti. Good morning, Supreme Soul. Good morning, sir. These tests are enough to get a seat in JEE. These tests, along with your additional practice, just these tests are done in the morning. What are you going to do throughout the day? Practice more questions. You have to, read whatever is missing or whatever you are weak at, whatever are your weak points. Those things you have to cover up. Again, practice more and more questions, as many questions. Watch some older class, watch some other problem solving class. Whatever you don't know, learn it quickly, fill it up. Make sure all the high weightage topics are done immediately. Cover up your mistakes. Study for 13-14 hours a day, sleep less, give up all your luxuries. Why not? You will definitely crack the JEE examination. Okay, so let's begin with the class. And here comes the first question on your screen. The particle is projected from the ground with an initial speed of u at an angle theta. The average velocity of the particle between the point of projection and the highest point is how much? Let's draw the diagram of the trajectory so that we'll get an idea. See, the particle, when it is projected with some speed, it is going to go probably something like this. This is your horizontal ground. So, if you observe carefully, you will realize that the question asks us the average velocity between the point of projection and the highest point. The highest point is here. This is the point of projection. So this is going to be the displacement. This is definitely going to be the displacement, which is S. For finding the displacement, I will need two more things. One is the height, and this is the base. How much will the height be? Well, height we already know of a projectile motion is u square sine square theta divided by 2g, and this base will be the range divided by 2, which means it will be u square sine theta cos theta, the whole thing divided by g. U square sine theta cos theta by g. Actually, range is 2 u square sine theta cos theta. So that 2 will go up because of range by 2. Remember, the whole projectile is like this. This is the complete range. This is just half of the range. That's the reason for it. So from this, I can get the displacement. The displacement will be root of basically h square plus r by 2 the whole square. That is what the displacement will be. Now to go from here to here, you will obviously take some time. How much time will you take? The time to reach on the top will be the total time of flight by 2. Whatever total time is, exactly the half time is taken to go on the top, because the motion is symmetric. Whatever happens while going up happens while coming down. So this will be u sine theta divided by g. Usually it is 2u sine theta by g, but because of the division by 2, the 2 goes off from the numerator. Is that okay? So once we have this, we can definitely find out the average velocity, which is the time and displacements division. So it will be nothing but your displacement divided by the time. So the displacement is right over here. So root of h square plus r by 2 square. So it will be nothing but root of h square. H square means u raised to 4 sine raised to 4 theta, the whole thing divided by 4 g square, that is h square, plus r by 2 whole square. R by 2 is this. So it will be again u raised to 4 sine square theta cos square theta, the whole thing divided by basically g square. So that is your displacement. The whole thing will be divided. The whole thing will be divided by the time. Now the time is given to be u sine theta, u sine theta, the whole thing divided by g. Is that okay? Now g square is common under the root. If you bring g outside, what will happen? That will become 1 by g. This g square and this g square will obviously cancel out. Do you get it? This g and this 1 by g square's root is 1 by g. So that g and this g will definitely cancel out. Not just that, even this u will cancel out. With this u raised to 4, this will become u raised to 2. This will also become u raised to 2. Because if you take out u square common and inside the root, it will become u. This u and this u will cancel. Not just that, even sine theta will cancel out. Because from here, if you take out sine theta, this will become sine square theta, and this sine square theta will completely cancel out. So what am I left with eventually is nothing but I have inside the root, u square, which is common, and I have over here nothing but 1 by 4 because g square is gone and only sine square will be remaining. So basically sine square theta divided by 4 plus u square is common again, only cos square is remaining. So cos square theta. This whole thing divided by sine is gone, u is gone, g is gone. So nothing is there in the denominator. Is that right? Everybody with me? Okay. Now you can take u outside, and inside the root, what you will have is basically sine square theta plus 4 cos square theta plus 4 cos square theta, the whole thing divided by 4. Root of 4 is 2, so it will become u by 2. So now this I can write it as sine square theta plus 4 cos square theta. I can write it as cos square theta plus 3 cos square theta. Deliberately I wrote it down like that because I know this thing is going to be 1. Hence, this will just become u by 2 root of 1 plus 3 cos square theta. That should be the answer for this, and that is option number C, of course. So mathematics is involved. Obviously, you cannot make silly mistakes. If you lose concentration, lose focus, you will definitely end up doing some mistake over here. You might get some wrong answer. And here displacement was needed. So you needed the height and the base, and all the projectile motion equations were needed. So complete knowledge of projectile as well as average velocity and of course mathematics. Yep. Mock test PDF should have been shared. If it is not shared, I will again check it and make sure it is up, guys. All right. Moving on to the next question on your screen. Here it is. A person inside a lift is holding a water jar which has a small hole at the lower end of its side. When the lift is at rest, the water is coming through the hole and it hits the at a distance of 1.2 from the person. In the following state of its lift motion in list 1, where different motions are given, and in list 2 what is given is where is it hitting. Match the statements from list 1 to list 2. I know it is not arranged so well, but I'll tell you the main thing what is happening over here. Basically, you have a lift, and in that you have basically a container, let's say something like this. It is filled with some liquid. It is filled with some liquid. You have drilled a hole and it is falling somewhere over here. This distance is basically your range, and that range is given to be 1.2 meter. Now there are different scenarios. First scenario, lift is accelerating up. Next scenario, lift is accelerating down with acceleration lesser than gravity. Third scenario, lift is moving up with constant speed. Last scenario, lift is falling freely. In each case, what will happen to the range is given in the column 2. I know the arrangement did not come out well. 1.2 meter, more than 1.2 meter, less than 1.2 meter, and no water leaks out of the jar. So I'll just shade all of them. This is first option. This is your second option. This is your third option. And this is your fourth option in column number 2, which is your list number 2. Other things are basically list number 1. This is list number 1. Lift is accelerating up. Lift is accelerating down with acceleration less than gravity. Lift is moving vertically up and lift is falling freely. Okay, I hope now it is clear. Now, you should know what is the formula for the range of this particular motion. This is basically your Torsily's law, where you drill a hole, the velocity of efflux is root 2 gh, and then the range can be found using projectile equations, which then comes out to be root of 2, and then you have h into h minus h. You have h into h minus h. This is the formula that you get. The small h is, the height from, let's say, the ground, and capital H is the total height of the containers where the liquid is filled. Now, if you see, this entire equation is independent of g. It is basically independent of the acceleration due to gravity. If by chance the lift accelerates up, if the lift accelerates up, or the lift accelerates down, or the lift moves with some constant velocity, what changes is this creates a notion of effective gravity. Either the effective gravity will be G plus A, or the effective gravity will be G minus A, or that gravity will be just G in the case where you are moving with constant velocity. So the gravity perceived will change. This is what you will feel inside the lift. But surprisingly, the range is independent of G. So whatever happens to G does not matter at all. So in every single case, I will say that the range is going to be the same. Range, because it is independent of G, the range is going to be the same. It is going to be just 1.2 meters. Hence, for accelerating up, accelerating down, or moving up with same speed, everything should match with 1. Everything should match with 1, which is 1.2 meters. Option number 1. Is that clear, everyone? Till this point? Is that clear? Absolutely. Now, for the last option, when the lift falls freely, this is where strange things happen. If by chance the lift is doing free fall motion, you might wonder, sir, in that case also the range will be same. No, actually in that case what will happen? The G effective will be 0. It will feel as if it is a gravity free space. It will feel as if it is gravity free space. No water will come out, which means no water will be ejected. If no water is ejected out, where will it fall? It will not fall only. Hence, no water leaks out of the jar. That means S4. This should be the correct option. Hence, option C is correct. Yep, there you go. So very interesting thing. When the lift goes up or comes down, the gravitational acceleration perceived because of the pseudo forces will change. But because the formula itself is independent of G, it should not matter at all. And hence the range will be the same. Except for the case when you are falling down freely, then the complete gravity vanishes. If there is no gravity, there is no reason for the liquid to leak out. It will just stay there as if it is floating in space. So hence no water will ooze out. That's the answer. Yeah, let's go to the next question, Nikhil. All right. Hello, Dhanishwaran. Welcome aboard, everyone. Next question, based on, I believe, toppling. So you have been given a football of radius capital R on kept on a hole of radius small r over here, and it is on an inclined plane which is making an angle of theta. So what should be the angle of theta so that the ball does not fall down? What should be the angle theta so that it does not fall down, it does not start rolling. Now the logic for these kind of questions goes like this. I'll tell you. Basically, you should always locate the edge or the of toppling. Point of toppling. In this scenario, when this football will topple, if at all, this is that edge of toppling. Next thing which you will need is something called as the center of mass of that body. The center of mass of that body, which in this case is right over here. If, where is it? If the center of mass of that particular body is over here, this is that edge, then understand, if it is not directly above, then it will not be able to topple. It is when it is probably over here, this is the edge about which it topples, then it can topple. Basically, when it is on the verge of toppling, you will see this particular edge will be directly below, will be basically directly below that center of mass. This is the most critical scenario. This is the critical situation where it is on the verge of toppling. It is just on the verge to topple. It is just on the verge to topple. This is that condition. Every time, whether it's a cubical box, sphere, cylinder, doesn't matter. The center of mass is just above the edge. If it goes here, it will topple. If it goes here, then it will be supported. So, when it is just above, that's the critical scenario. So just redraw that diagram and you will get the answer. It is not that difficult. So imagine this is your sphere, and let's say the center of mass of that particular sphere is right over here, and the edge about which it is going to topple is right over here again. Just look at this diagram. So this point and this point, they are in the same straight line. So just tilt it more till this point just comes over here. Tilt it till these 2 points are in the same vertical line. That's all. Okay. So coming back to this particular thing, where I'll just show this inclined plane probably like this. Maybe it goes like this. Okay. And of course, this is the critical situation. Obviously, this is the radius of that ball, football. The radius of the football is R. And this gap was given to be 2R. This particular gap which is there, which you can see over here, is given to be 2R, as you can see over here. So just think about it. If that is the scenario, hold on, this is R. That means if I just complete this line and if I drop a perpendicular over here, then just this much, won't it be just smaller? If from here to here is 2R, half of that will be just R. Okay. Why do I need that? I'll tell you why. Because this angle, if it is theta, then even this angle will be theta. Yes, even this angle will be theta. And how do I know that? Just if you want, you can just draw more lines so that it is very, very clear. This is horizontal. This is your vertical line. Okay, this is your that gray line which I have drawn. Okay, and I can draw one more line maybe like this. Now it is very obvious, if this is theta, even this is theta, even this is theta, even this is theta, and even this is theta. So in this triangle, do you see sine theta is opposite side, which is r, divided by hypotenuse. So hence this is the condition. So sine theta will be r by capital R. So as you can see, the solution is very small, but the concept building is very heavy and very deep. Yes, LC, I'm very good. Very good. Neen, எப்படி இருக்குங்க? Yes. Hi, Likita. Hello, welcome aboard. Yep. So, geometry is involved. Heavy geometry is involved over here. And this concept is involved where the center of mass should lie directly above the edge. Rest all is pure geometry. Moving on to the next one. If there is a force because of which the position changes with time, what is the work done by it in the first 2 seconds? What is the work done by it in the first 2 seconds? Let's try to solve this particular question. First of all, let's realize that if I want to find the work done, I will have to know the force and multiply it with the displacement, maybe integrated. But the problem is I don't know the force and displacement is given in terms of time. So there is a better alternative. Instead of integrating force with displacement, why not use work kinetic energy theorem? Because that's what it says. Work kinetic energy theorem says it is final minus initial kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy is half m velocity at 2 seconds and initial kinetic energy is half m velocity at 0 seconds. Do I know the mass? Yes, it is 2 kg. So half into 2 into whatever the velocity is minus half into 2 into whatever the velocity is at 0 seconds. But I don't know the velocity. No issues. I know the displacement, right? That's enough for me. X is nothing but t square by 3. So velocity, which is the derivative of the position, will be 1 by 3 derivative of t square. Now the derivative of derivative of t square is nothing but 2t. So it will be nothing but 2 by 3 times of t. Okay. So from this, what is the velocity at 0 seconds? Substitute 0, you will get 0. Velocity at 2 seconds. Put 2, you will get 2 by 3 into 2, which is nothing but 4 by 3 meters per second. All right. So substitute it here. This is 0 and this is nothing but 4 by 3 whole square. So this entire term is definitely a 0. 2 cancels. So this will become 16 by 9. Hence the answer is 16 by 9 joules. So I have it as option number A. Got it? So work kinetic energy theorem is rescuing us. It is helping us. It is avoiding the integration. Derivative is obviously better than integrating. And you don't even have to find out the force, which is another additional step, which would have made it very lengthy. Yeah, you can definitely skip rotational motion. That's not an issue, but make sure you're compensating it with some other decently heavy topic. Yeah, because rotation, usually they ask questions on moment of inertia, torque, finding the torque or something like that, or angular momentum conservation. Usually these are the questions. Moment of inertia is more common. So if you want, just do moment of inertia. All right, let's move to the next question, guys. Coming up on your screen, here it is. Consider a one-dimensional steady heat condition without heat generation in a plane wall. Basically, what they mean is a steady state. No heat is being given out to the surrounding. No heat is being absorbed inside the system. The heat is flowing from one side and coming out from the other side, like it happens for conduction of rods. Okay. With boundary conditions as shown in the figure, I don't know whether you can see this figure, slightly light over here. So let me just highlight it. This is X. At this point, it is T1. And here, this is T2, which is more than T1. That is what it is. And yep, the heat is flowing like this. The heat is flowing like this through it. Okay. And X is measured from this side. As X increases, the temperature gradient what will happen to it? It is clearly mentioned in the question that the conductivity is changing with temperature. The conductivity is changing with temperature. Interesting. It's a function of temperature. Very interesting question. The question is, what will happen to it? Will it increase, decrease, remain constant, or be zero? First, let's recollect, do we know any law of thermal conductivity for rods or sections? Yes, we know it. And that is nothing but the heat flow rate, which is dq by dt, which is the heat flow rate, which is dq by dt, is given by you have basically the thermal conductivity. You basically have thermal conductivity. You have area of cross section, and then you have basically dt by dx. Now, in this particular section, obviously you can see this area is constant. It is not changing. dq by dt is heat flow rate. This heat flow rate is going to be the same no matter which section you take. Whether you take here, 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 same heat is flowing in every cross section. So clearly, one can say that the thermal conductivity is going to be inversely proportional, or rather, the temperature gradient dt by dx is inversely proportional to the thermal conductivity. Can you see that? K into this is constant, so dt by dx into K, if it is constant, it is inversely related to each other. But as you can see, that thermal conductivity, what is it? The thermal conductivity is K naught plus B into T. K naught plus B into T. So if you go from left side to right side, because you can see the temperature is changing, as you can see that the temperature increases, as you can see from left to right, as x increases, the temperature increases. So this ratio will decrease, hence dt by dx should definitely decrease. I don't know why the answer was given already. Oh, I think I skipped the question slide, went to the answer slide directly. My bad. So the dt by dx value should decrease. So hence that is the answer. Did you love this question, guys? It's a very, very amazing question where you don't even have to use any calculus. It is pure qualitative analysis of that formula. This increases, that decreases, this happens, that happens. So when x increases, temperature is increasing. So definitely K will increase. So if this increases, temperature gradient will decrease. Beautiful question. How can temperature increase without heat flow? Temperature is increasing. How can temperature increase without heat flow? Who said there is no heat flow? Heat flow is there. It's just that the heat flow rate is the same. Whenever you have rods in series or one section after the other, then same heat flows through every section. Heat flow rate is not zero. It is just same. I never wrote it as zero. Okay. So, yeah, temperature is different. That is why heat is flowing. If temperature was same, why will heat flow? Think about it. If this point and this point had same temperature, why will there be any heat flow between these two sections? No heat flow. It will be in thermal equilibrium. Okay. Where is T2? T2 is basically this point. This is T2. This side is basically T2. This side is T1, and T2 is given to be more than T1. Okay. If it was not clear, I will write it like this. This is T2, and it is given that T2 is more than T1. Think of it like that. Technically speaking, the heat flow direction should not be like this. Yeah, it should be shown like this, because it should always flow from hot side to the cold side. Heat will be flowing like this. Yeah, that's it. Is that okay, everyone? Shall we move ahead to the next question? Here it comes on your screen. And what does it say? A body slides down a frictionless track which ends in a circular loop. Then the minimum height of the body in terms of the diameter, so that it may just complete the loop. This is a standard question. Okay, many students make some silly mistakes here. If you want to complete a loop, whether it is a pendulum made of string or a circular track, every single time, remember the speed at the bottom should be root of 5 gr, so that when it reaches the top, the speed will be root of gr. Basically, at this point, the normal should be more than equal to 0. At this particular point, normal should be more than 0. It should not lose contact. That's the condition. So if I know the speed here, and I know the potential energy here, I can use energy conservation between these 2 points. So the total energy at point A should be the total energy at that particular point B. At point A, it had only potential energy, so it is mgh. At point B, it got converted into kinetic energy, half m vb square. Mm will cancel, so gh will be half vb, which is root 5gr the whole square. Okay, so this will become gh is equal to 5g by 2, and this is r. Gg cancels, so h is basically 5 by 2 times of r. But wait a minute, radius is diameter by 2. Radius is diameter by 2. So it will become 5d by 4. So 5d by 4 is there as option number B. That's it. Is that okay? How to do this? So you need to remember these results, obviously, and you have to use energy conservation between A and B. No need to use it between A and E. Why will you complicate things? Although you can use it, still you will get the same answer, but it will be unnecessarily more complex. Moving on to the next question, guys. Get ready for it. Yep. All right. So there we go. In a spinning terror amusement park ride, a large drum spins fast enough to keep everyone inside pinned against the wall when the floor drops away. The minimum speed required for the floor to be dropped safely is. This is also there a solved example in your HC Verma. Basically, imagine there is a drum like your washing machine, just that it is vertical. It has an axis like this. It is spinning in this particular direction. Imagine there are people who are leaning their back against the curved surface, of that cylinder. And because of the centrifugal force, they are being pushed, pushed out against, the curved surface, of that cylinder, and there is no flooring below. Just imagine this particular part is completely hollow. Yes, it is empty. The flooring has dropped off. The flooring, just imagine the flooring has dropped off, but still they do not fall down. Why? Because they are being pushed against the wall. The friction is holding them. It's the friction which is holding them. So therefore, if you draw the free body diagram of those people, you will see that there will be a centrifugal force. There will be a centrifugal force of m omega square into r. There will be a weight which is acting downwards. The normal will push them like this because they are pushing themselves on the curved surface. The surface will push them like this, normal, and the friction on their back will support them. So friction will be upwards. So technically, normal will be m omega square r, and the friction will balance mg. Friction will be mu n, right? And n is nothing but m omega square r, right? So mm will cancel, and what are we required to find? We are required to find omega. So omega square will be g by mu r. So omega will be root of g by mu r. So I think root is missing somewhere. Yep, I think root is missing. I think by mistake they have just put the options without the root. Yes, so I think this root symbol was missing over here. Now it is fine. So then you will definitely get the answer as option A. Maybe it is not visible because it is little faint over here. So actually the root symbol should have been there. Okay, fair enough, guys. How to solve this particular question? Yes, option A. That is the correct answer. Perfect. Moving on to the next question on your screen. Four particles of mass m which are equidistant from each other move along a circle of radius r under the action of mutual gravity. The speed of each particle. Very, very important question. These kind of questions are so common. Either they give a triangle with three particles, or basically two particles, or even four particles where it becomes a square. Okay. So already the radius of the circle is given to be r. These are the four masses. They are going behind each other like this in a circular orbit. They are following each other, all of them being same mass, same distance, same circle, same speed. Everything is symmetric. You can analyze any of these masses. It really doesn't matter, correct? Okay. So you look at any mass over here. As you can see, if you look at this particular mass over here, one force because of this mass, another force because of this mass, another force because of this mass. So you will see that there will be a net force in this direction. There will be a net force in this particular direction. Because of that net force, there will be definitely an acceleration towards the center, which is centripetal acceleration. and each of these particles have the same speed of u. How do I find out the net force? First of all, these two masses will pull each other with some force. Let's say I will call it as, I'll show it like this over here. These two masses will also pull each other like this with some force, and these two masses will also pull each other with some force. Best part, these two masses and these two masses will apply same force, will apply the same force between each other. Is that right? If this is r, this is r, this is r, this is r, how much is this distance? How much is this distance? If this is r, this is r, this is nothing but r root 2. This is also r root 2. So this force or this force will be nothing but g m m divided by distance square. That means 2r. This will be also g m m divided by root 2 squares. So it will be 2. So 2r square. Between these two masses, the distance is basically 2r. So the force will be gmm by 2r square, which is 4r square. These are the forces which are acting. Yep, these are definitely perpendicular to each other. Best thing to do is first solve for these two perpendicular forces. They will produce a resultant. Okay, just think about it. This force and this particular force together will produce a resultant of how much? Any one of the forces multiplied by root 2. Correct? This square plus this square will be root 2 times any of those forces. Oh, so root 2 times any one of those forces, which is nothing but g m m divided by 2r square. Perfect. So that is the resultant of the two forces. So this is basically the resultant of the two perpendicular forces. Two perpendicular forces. But I want the net force, only then I can solve the problem. So that net force will be this, which is still remaining, and this. So the net force will be this thing, which is gmm by 4r square, plus this thing, which is root 2 times gmm by 2r square. LCM, first of all, gmm by r square is common. 1 by 4 plus root 2 by 2. I can write it as 2 root 2 by 4. So this will become gm square by r square. 4 is there, and this will become 1 plus 2 root 2. That is your net force. And this net force exactly happens to be your mass into centripetal acceleration. Mass into centripetal acceleration. So that's it, guys. What were we asked? The speed of each particle. So g m square by 4, 1 plus 2 root 2 is equal to mass into centripetal acceleration. Formula is u square by r, v square by r, u square by r. Yep. So 4 and r square was also there. Sorry. Yeah. R cancels, m cancels. So you will be left with gm by 4r, and here 1 plus 2 root 2 is equal to u square. So this is u square. So u will be root of this. U will be root of this, which is option number B, as you can see. B is the correct answer. So this was u square. So u will be exactly option B. Got it, everyone? Yep. Awesome, Anandu. Great. Let's move to the next question, guys. Ready for it? Here we come to the next question. The pitch and the number of divisions on the circular scale of a screw gauge are given to be 0.5 and 100 respectively. Then, when the screw gauge is fully tightened without any object, the zero is below the mean line, 3 divisions. The readings of the main scale with a sheet is this much. The thickness of the sheet is. Now, remember, the reading that you get, the reading that you get of a micrometer screw gauge is the main scale reading plus the Is the pitch given or the least count given? The pitch and the number of divisions is given. So 0.5 millimeters is basically the pitch. So into least count multiplied by the circular scale reading, where the least count is nothing but the pitch upon the number of circular scale divisions. This is the formula that you should remember. Now, is the pitch given to me? Yep. What is the pitch? The pitch is clearly mentioned to be 0.5 millimeters. Is the number of circular scale divisions given to me? Yes, that is 100. So this will be basically 5 into 10 to the power negative 3 millimeters. That is the least count of this micrometer screw gauge. Hello, Umesh Chandra. Welcome back. I hope you are doing well. Where are you these days? Have you taken a drop or are you in some college? Do let us know. I'll be very happy to know how you are doing in life. And now comes the first part. If the sheet is placed with the sheet which is placed, what is the reading that you get? The reading with the sheet. Okay. The reading of the main scale reading is 4.5 millimeter. So MSR, main scale reading is 4.5 millimeter. Least count already given or found out, 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 millimeters multiplied by the circular scale reading is 48. So into basically 48. So this will become 4.5 millimeters plus 48 into basically 5. 5 5s are 25. So it will become 240. 240 into 10 to the power minus 3. So it will become 0.24 millimeters. Yep. So this will become 4.74 millimeters. Now, if you see 4.74, it is there as option C. But will you mark this? Will you mark this as 4.74 millimeters? Yes or no? Think about it and tell me. Will you mark it as 4.74 millimeters? Definitely not. Yep. Yes, this is a class 11th question only. Milan. IIT Hyderabad Electronics branch. I got it. Wow. So cool. Really proud of you, Umesh. Amazing. I hope you are having an amazing life out there. Kudos, kudos. Really happy. Yeah. This is not the answer because there is a zero error. Read the question of zero error, part of zero error. The zero of the circular scale lies 3 divisions below. The zero of the circular scale lies 3 divisions below the mean line. What does it mean? Observe. This is that main scale. Imagine this is that main scale. The circular scale will be, let's say, like this. The zero of its circular scale, the zero of the circular scale, this is your circular scale, is 1 2 3, 3 divisions below the main scale line. This is your main scale line. That means already it is showing a reading of 3 units. It is already showing a reading of 3 units. So what is the zero error going to be? The zero error, well, this will be 0. Main scale reading will be 0 plus least count, which is 5 into 10 to the power negative 3 multiplied by the 3 divisions. So 3. So this will be 15 into 10 to the power minus 3, which is 0.015 millimeters. So this I have to subtract from here, minus 0.015 millimeters. So that will be the actual thickness of that sheet. That will be the actual thickness of that sheet. How much will it be? 4 point. Come on, my dear warriors. 7. And then how much will it be? Come on. How much number is going to come? I think it is there right over here. 4.740. Yes, this is just going to be 4.725 millimeters, which is there as option B. Yep, that is correct. B for IIT Bombay. Very good. Yes, I'm so glad, Umesh. Uh, over the past 13 years, many of my students spread across the country. Name any IIT, triple IT, NIT, private college, BITS. Really proud. Really proud. Do well. Really happy. Yes, answer would be option B. Correct. Okay. So this is very important. I have seen many people, they think, sir, 3 is below, they have to add or subtract. They get confused. So if you draw this diagram, it becomes very evident that even without anything, already you are seeing 3. If you're already seeing some number, and then when you place it, obviously that already seen number should be taken out, because that is not a part of the reading. That is not a part of the thickness. If it was already showing something. Got it? So that is why I had to subtract it. There are charges separated by some distance. At what distance should another charge be placed from this charge so that no force will be exerted? Net force on it will be 0. This is actually not very difficult also. I mean, just think there are two charges, plus 4 microcoulomb, and then you have minus 16 microcoulomb. Distance of separation is given to be how much? 0.6 meters. Okay. Some place between them, the net force on the 6 microcoulomb charge will be 0. Basically, wherever the electric field is 0. Where do you think the electric field will be 0? See, if I stand here, this 4 will give a field here. This minus 16 will also pull me. So nowhere in between, the electric field will cancel out. But if I stand here, this minus 16 will give an electric field like this, which will be very strong because of the heavy charge. 4 will give a repulsive field, but it is very weak because the charge is also small. The distance is also large. This vector and this vector also can't cancel with each other. So that way you can't get. So maybe over here, just check it out. This plus 4 will give an electric field like this. Electric field due to the charge 4. This negative charge will give a attractive field, but the charge is big. So will the field be also big? No, the distance is also more. So maybe they might cancel out each other. So the electric field due to the 16 microcoulomb charge will be like this. And that is where the net electric field will be 0 and the net force on it will also be 0. So basically you have to find that point. So assume this as x and then solve it. So the electric field due to the 4, electric field due to the 16 will cancel out each other. Starting off with, what is the electric field due to the 4 microcoulomb charge? Kq by r square. K is K only. Q is 4 micro divided by r square. R is basically x. So x square. For minus 16, it will be K into 16 micro divided by this complete distance, which is 0.6 plus x the whole square. Micro, micro, K cancels. 4 and 16 also cancels. So 1 by x square will be 4 by 0.6 plus x the whole square. Take roots on both sides. You will get 1 by x is 2 divided by 0.6 plus x. Correct? Cross multiply, you will get 0.6 plus x is equal to 2x. So 0.6 is equal to just x. So x is basically 0.6 meters. Perfect. There you go. That is the answer. Option number B. So once you understand which side it is, and once you equate the electric fields, many things will get cancelled and you will get the answer within no time. Just simple calculations are involved. Correct? Okay. Awesome. Yeah. This is not that difficult also, just some mistakes you can do. Figure shows that the circuit contains some resistors, inductors, batteries. The current inside the ammeter when the switch is just closed. Very important question. Yeah. Yes, that question was from 12th physics, correct? So when the switch is just closed, remember the behavior of an inductor. For an inductor, when the switch is just closed, then the inductor behaves like an open circuit when it is just closed, and the same inductor in case of a steady state will just behave like a wire. For a capacitor, it is exactly opposite. Okay, the behavior is exactly opposite for just closed and steady state. But here the question is for just closed. So let's try to understand what will happen here. This inductor will be useless because it will behave like an open circuit. Same thing over here. this will also behave like an open circuit. So the current in this branch will be 0 and the current in this branch will also be 0. So whatever current has to flow will flow like this through the ammeter. The switch is now closed. It will go like this through this resistor here, here, and come back. Perfect. So this is what is going to basically happen. Okay. So in this particular circuit, the total resistance is R plus R in series, of course. This part of the circuit is irrelevant now. So 2R, 2R, R is 2. So this will become 4 ohms. So naturally, the current will become voltage by the net resistance. Voltage is 9, resistance is 4. So 9 by 4, which is 2.25 amperes. So 2.25 amperes is option number C. Perfect. That is the answer. Got it, guys? So whenever inductors are there and it is just closed, just eliminate it from the circuit. That branch becomes irrelevant. If it is for a long time steady state, then just replace it with a wire. Then it will just become a simple resistor circuit. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. For capacitors, opposite. Okay. So when capacitor is just closed, it will behave like a wire. Capacitor is there in steady state, then it will behave like a open circuit. Remember this trick. Okay. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. There are two loops. Okay. One loop is here. Another loop is like this. Current I1 here, current I2 over here. They both lie in the XY plane. The currents are also given as shown in the figure. The smaller loop carries current I1, other current I2. I2 is more than 2 times of I1. I don't know whether you are able to see that, but I'll just highlight this point over here. I2 is more than 2 times of I1. The radius are also given. The radius is R and the radius is 2R. One is basically carrying current in the anti-clockwise, the other is carrying the current in the clockwise direction. Consider a point where you have to find the magnetic field at a distance of x comma y. Those are the coordinates. If x, y are the coordinates, obviously, think about it. At this particular point, the distance from the center will be root of x square plus I square. This is your distance from the center. This is the distance from the center. This particular loop, which is carrying current I1 in the anti-clockwise direction. If you curl your fingers, the thumb will come towards you. So it is generating a magnetic field towards you. If you consider the outer loop, which is carrying the current I2 in the clockwise direction, it will generate a magnetic field inside the plane of the board. Inside the plane of the board. These two fields are obviously opposing each other. So, it is quite possible that they might even cancel out somewhere. So let's look at the options. One of these options is correct only. Can you guess? I have explained the question now. What is exactly happening? Just think about it. The magnetic field, no matter what happens, the net magnetic field will be due to this magnetic field and the other magnetic field out here. Always the fields are either in or out, no matter where you go. So therefore, the net field will always be perpendicular to the plane, which exactly is option number A. Anywhere you go, the field is going to be inside or outside. So the net field will be either in or out, depending on whichever is more. If first option is correct, will you check the other options? Obviously not. It is not multiple correct, so you don't even have to waste your time. Got it, my dear students? Yep. Even if you try checking the other options, it is still going to be incorrect. None of this is not the option. Magnetic field is non-zero at all the points. That also seems incorrect because at some point the field will be zero because they will end up cancelling out each other. The point normally outwards from the xy plane for all the points. No, it might not be pointing outwards at all the points because somewhere, the field will be inside, somewhere the field will be outside, somewhere the field will be cancelling out, which means zero. So there will be a point where the field, instead of going outside, will go inside. So you cannot say it is outside or inside everywhere. So that is also not correct. Okay, so it is option A. Perfect. Let's see. A single slit. This is a single slit experiment, means diffraction. Light of wavelength lambda. The second and the fourth minima in the diffraction pattern are a distance of 1 meter from the slit and are at 3 centimeters and 6 centimeters respectively from the central maximum. What is the width of the central maximum? The distance between the first minimum on either side of the central maximum. Okay, this is a diffraction related setup. So for diffraction, the diffraction minima has a formula of sine theta is equal to n times lambda by a, but this sine theta also approximately equals the tan theta, and tan theta is the y coordinate by the distance between the screen and the slit. So that is what it will be. So therefore y is equal to n lambda d divided by a. That is the formula of the y coordinate. What is this y coordinate that I'm talking about? If you have this particular slit of width a, and this is that screen, this is basically your screen, this is where you get your maxima, and this is basically the y coordinate that I'm talking about, where you are getting your minima, and this was your angle theta, this was your distance d. So that's why tan theta was y by d. Sine theta and tan theta are roughly the same because theta is usually going to be small. Yes, theta is small. That is the reason why sine theta is tan theta, or else it will not be true. Okay, so from this, let's see second and fourth minima. So delta y will be y4 minus y2. This distance uh, is already given as 6 and 3. So 6 minus 3 is equal to 4 lambda d by a minus 2 lambda d by a. 4 minus 2 is 2. So 2 lambda d divided by a. 6 minus 3 is basically 3. Okay. Lambda, is it given to me? No, but something else is given, I believe. Yes, distance of the screen that is given. Is the slit width given? Not given. That's also okay. So 3 is equal to 2 lambda by a into 1. So therefore, lambda by a is nothing but 3 by 2. So just keep it as it is. Just keep it as it is. Now, the final question. The final question says, what is the width of the central maximum? What is the width of the central maximum? This width of the central maximum is, do you know the formula for that? What's the formula for the width of the central maximum, my dear students? The width of the central maximum, the width of the central maximum, the width of the central maximum is 2 lambda d divided by a. That is the formula. Perfect. So if that is the situation, that width will be 2 times lambda by a into d. I will deliberately write it like this because I know the value of lambda by a is nothing but 3 by 2. Is nothing but 3 by 2. And the value of d, I already know. Distance, that is 1 meter. So just put it over here. 2 cancel. So this will just become 3 millimeters, which is option number D. Yeah, there you go. That is the correct answer. So diffraction related questions are purely formula based. You don't have to go very deep into it. If you know the formulas, know how it works, easily you can get this. Thank you. Thank you, OMRT into D. Yep. I hope you are loving all the questions. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. There is a logic gate circuit and the question says, can you find out what is the value of x and y? Can you find out the value of what is x and y in this particular truth table when a is 0, b is 1? Okay, let's try to find the value of x first. A is 0, b is 1. This a is 0, b is basically 1. So 0 will go over here, 1 will go over here. This is a AND gate, 0 and 1 is 0. This 0 travels here like this. This one will travel here the negation will become 0 and this will become 1, negation. 0 and 1 is again 0. This 0 will travel here, this 0 will travel here, or 0 is 0. Negation of that is going to be 1. Is that right? So hence the value of x that I will get is basically 1. Similarly, what about when this is 1 and this is 0? When this is 1 and this is 0. So if this is 1 and this is 0, if this is 1 and this is 0, 1 and 0 is 0. That 1 will travel here, that 0 will travel here, negation will be 1, negation will be 0. 1 and 0 is just 0. This 0 will travel here, this 0 will travel here. Again, the answer should be 1. So even the value of y will be 1. This is like your XOR gate. Yeah, this is like your XOR gate, right? Where exclusively OR. If both are opposite, only then the output is 1. If both are same, then the output is low, 0 or false. Is that okay? So this is like your XOR gate, but in a slightly different form. All right. So time to start with the integer type of questions. I'll just message Diksha ma'am or Namrata ma'am because it's their turn now after this integer type of questions. Just hold on. Meanwhile, you keep looking at the question and solving it. Okay, a cylinder of radius r is surrounded by a cylinder of shell of inner radius 2r. The thermal conductivity of the material is K1 and that of the outer cylinder is K2. Assuming no loss, find the effective thermal conductivity of the system for heat flowing along the length of the cylinder. Okay, so let us just draw those cylinders. This is one cylinder and other cylinder is like this, maybe over here. Okay, that is how it is. I will convert it into one single cylinder. I will convert it into one single cylinder, something like this. The cylinder of radius r is surrounded by, okay, so this is having a radius of r, the inner cylinder, and the conductivities are K1, and this guy has a conductivity of K2, and the radius is basically 2r. Okay, now please understand this, that for the inner cylinder, the heat will only flow through this area. For the outer cylinder, the heat will flow only through this particular area, and area of cross section matters in the calculations of thermal conductivity, if you remember. So if you ask me what is this particular area, that is going to be just pi r square. But if you ask me what is this particular area, it will be pi into 2r square minus pi r square. This area minus this area is that blue shaded area. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So it will be 3 pi r square. That is the effective area of where the heat will travel through the second cylinder, which is covering it. Okay. Here, when you replace it with one single cylinder, the radius will be obviously 2r. The heat is going to obviously flow through this entire cross section, and that particular area is obviously going to be 2 pi and sorry will be equal to pi into 2r square, which is just 4 pi r square. Okay, and I want to find out what is the K effective for this. Whatever heat flows here should flow over here. So heat flow rate here and heat flow rate here should be the same, right? So what are you going to do over here? Yep, just think about it. heat flow rate here and here effectively should be the same for the same temperature difference. So I will just say dq by dt in that effective cylinder will be equal to dq by dt in that second cylinder plus dq by dt in that first cylinder, that inner one. So what is the dq by dt in that big cylinder, which is the effective cylinder? It will be k area, is 4 pi r square delta t by the total length. Okay. Similarly, what is dq by dt in that outer cylinder, that blue one? K is nothing but K2. Area is nothing but 3 pi r square. Temperature difference divided by length. Same thing if you applied for that inner one, it will be K1 pi r square delta t divided by length. L goes off, delta t goes off, pi goes off, r square also goes off. So I am just left with K1 over here. From here, I'm just left with 3 times of K2 over here. And over here, finally, I'm just left with 4 times of K. So basically, K will be 3K2 plus K1 divided by 4. That should be the answer. Yes, 3K2 plus K1 divided by 4. 3K2 plus K1 divided by 4. That is the answer. Got it? So you might be given some numerical values. So you will finally get the answer in integer form. It's a beautiful question. Moving to the next question. There is a bob over here of certain mass suspended by a massless string of length L. The horizontal velocity which should be given so that it just is able to reach the point B. Horizontal velocity is given such that it is just able to reach the point B. Now the angle theta at which the speed of the bob is half the speed at A. Now read the question, you will realize if the velocity is such that it is just able to make it to the point B, that means it is just able to complete the vertical circle, the vertical circular motion, which means the velocity at point A should be root of 5gl, which is a standard value. Now, it is also mentioned to me that the velocity at this point is this VA divided by 2. So what is this angle? Obviously, I have to use energy conservation, and needless to say, I will need this height difference. I will definitely need this height difference because of potential energy calculations. This particular height, how much will it be? It will be nothing but L minus, how much is this? This will be L cos theta because this is also going to be L. So in this triangle, this will be L cos theta. So definitely L minus L cos theta will be the H value. So H is L common 1 minus cos theta using energy conservation, from point A to that particular point. What is the answer going to look like? Observe. At point A, it's only kinetic energy, so half m VA square. At this point, the kinetic energy will be half m VA by 2 square plus some potential energy of mgh. Cancels, so it will become VA square by 2 minus VA by 2 whole square is VA square by 4. 4 2s are 8. So this will become minus VA square by 8 is equal to over here just GH. Now what will this be? LCM is 8. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So this will become 3 by 8 VA square is equal to GH. So 3 by 8 VA is nothing but root 5 GL. So this will become 5GL is equal to GH. What is H? L into 1 minus cos of theta. LL cancels, GG cancels. So 3 is equal to 8 minus 8 cos theta. Solving it further, 8 cos theta will be 8 minus 3. So therefore, cos theta, 8 minus 3 is 5 divided by 8. That means theta is cos inverse of 5 by 8. Cos inverse of basically 5 by 8. That should be the answer for this. Is that okay? Just check this out, everyone. Yep. So as you can see, it is clearly mentioned that the speed of the bob is half of that of A. So therefore, this speed will be half of that of A, VA by 2 put over here. So the kinetic energy got converted into potential and somewhat kinetic energy was left. Shift this term over here. 2 square is 4. 4 into 2 is 8, right? So 8 minus, 4 minus 1 will be basically 3 over here because the LCM is 8. You have to multiply 2 4 times. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So 3 by 8 will be over here. GH, and H is nothing but L into 1 minus cos theta, right? VA was root 5 GL. So just put this particular thing over here. Yep. So I think, did we make a mistake over here? Just check this out. I think, yeah, I forgot that 5, guys. I'm so sorry. I forgot that 5. So sorry. I made a mistake over here while doing this calculation. Yep. So sorry. 3 5s are 15 is equal to 8 minus 8 cos theta. I think now it looks fine. Now does it look fine? 3 5s are 15. Perfect. And 8 goes over there. 8 minus 8 cos theta. Perfect. So basically over here we will have 8 cos theta will be equal to 7. So cos theta will be 7 by 8. 7 by 8. Just check this out. Let's see. Yes, cos theta is basically 7 by 8. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Yep. All right. All right. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Total of 48 joules of heat is given to 1 mole of helium kept in a cylinder. The temperature of the helium increases by 2 degrees Celsius. What is the work done? Given R is this much. It is also given helium. Helium means monoatomic gas. Okay, I might have to use it. Heat is given. Temperature change is given. Work is asked. Seems like a problem of first law. So work done plus the change in the internal energy is nothing but the heat. Heat is already given. It is given 48 joules of heat. Work done is asked. Internal energy change is NCV delta T. Therefore, the work will be 48 minus NCV delta T. Okay. So what is basically the number of moles? Clearly 1 mole is given. CV, it's helium. So it is monoatomic gas. For a monoatomic gas with 3 degrees of freedom, CV is 3R by 2. Temperature is increased. So delta T is positive 2 over here. 2 cancels. So 48 minus 3 into 8.3. 8.3. So this answer is just going to come out to be 23.1 joules. Yes, 23.1 joules. Is that okay? So application of first law and application of KTG also, internal energy changes NCV delta T. So when you substitute, and also monoatomic gas CV is R by 3R by 2. Cool? Perfect. Moving on to the next one. In the circuit shown, K is open and the steady state charge on the capacitor is Q1. Key is just closed and kept it on the steady state for a long time. So then the new charge is Q2. What is the ratio of the charges? The question is, what is the ratio of the charges? Okay, let's do it 2 times. I'll create a duplicate. When you leave it in the steady state, the capacitor, okay, behaves like an open circuit. Remember that. The switch is right now open. So there is no need for me to look at this circuit right now because this part is anyways going to be open. Capacitor behaves like an open circuit. So therefore, the current in this particular part will be 0. The voltage drop across the capacitor will be exactly E. So therefore, the charge in this case, Q is CV. So C is C. Voltage is nothing but E only. So Q1, the value of Q1 is CE in the first case. Remember, there is no current over here. So the voltage drop across the resistor is zero. So whatever voltage is there by the battery, same voltage is there across the capacitor. No difference at all. In the second scenario, when you close the switch, then things will change. Remember, in such a case, the current in this branch will be zero. This is a part of the circuit now. Oops, 1 second. The switch has been closed. The switch has been closed now. Yep, switch has been closed. So now it is like two resistors. There is one resistor, and then there is another resistor, and then there is a battery over here. This resistor is R, this resistor is 2R. So to find out how much voltage is there across, the capacitor, just find out how much voltage is there across this 2R resistor. How much voltage is there across the 2R resistor? Same voltage will be there because they are in parallel. So just find out how much voltage is there across 2R. Your job will be done. And this voltage is very simple, guys. It is nothing but, if you know this EMF as E, it will be E divided by the total resistance R plus 2R into the resistance across which you want the voltage. So into 2R. So therefore, this particular voltage difference comes out as 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 times of E. Hence, the new capacitor's charge will be C into voltage difference. C is C. Voltage difference is 2 by 3 times of E. But that is not the question. The question is, what is Q1 by Q2? What is Q1 by Q2? Q1 was CE. Q1 was nothing but C times of E. What is Q2? Q2 is this particular value, 2 times CE divided by 3. C will cancel, 3 goes on the top, 2 comes below. But the question is asked in the form of 6 by n. That means you multiply this by 2. So this will become 6 by 4. So naturally, the value of n is nothing but 4. So let's check it out. The value of n is 4. Perfect. That is the correct answer. So again, a beautiful question on current, electricity, steady state, and transient states. Okay, I hope you loved it. The next question, you have to solve it as homework. The answer should be commented below. Yep, you can take a screenshot of this. There is some engine which is taking some gas and it is compressing it adiabatically, assuming it to be a diatomic gas made of rigid molecules. Basically, KTG theory is applicable. Ideal gases. Change in the internal energy comes out to be how many kilojoules? It's not a question on engine. Even though the word engine is mentioned, don't think, sir, is it based on that Carnot engine? No, it's not a Carnot engine question. It's a simple, process-based question of thermodynamics. Solution is there on the next slide. Answer key is also there on the next slide. We'll not look at it, obviously, right now. And remember, those of you who still want to complete the syllabus, want additional lectures, want the test series, want DPPs, additional material, and want to continue the preparation for the second attempt and for JEE Advanced, the JEE Prime crash course is live with all the best content in pure English at a very affordable price. The link is there in the description box. Not just that, some of you might be like, sir, I'm already in the coaching, but we just want the test series. The test series link is also mentioned in the description box with 20 JEE Mains tests and 10 JEE Advanced tests of full syllabus. And then there are many part tests as well. So this is a test series which is not just going to be helpful for your first attempt, but also second attempt as well as JEE Advanced, which is going to be in May. So that means you are going to get the full benefit to know where you stand at national level. All India level ranking will be given to you. So make the best use of this. All the links are mentioned in the description box of this particular video. As you are watching this, yep, you can see it. It is right over here. Yeah, the JEE Crash in English, all-in-one engineering test series. You can see the crash course is barely for 999 rupees. I mean, it is nothing. It is on sale. It is peanuts. All-in-one engineering test series or the JEE Mains and advanced test series. That also option is there, as you can see, for 1333 rupees with all India level ranking. If you want to buy test series for BITSAT, VIT EEE, SRMJ and all other things, that link is also mentioned. All in one test series with JEE Mains, VIT Triple E, everything, all the engineering entrance exams included. But for Tamil Nadu students, we have a separate test series plus the JEE crash course as a separate bundle. So depending on what you want, all options are available for you. Okay. So make the best use of it, my dear students. I hope you loved this session. It's now time for Namrata ma'am to be live for the amazing mathematics questions. Yep, all the best for it. And after that, you will have chemistry session by Diksha ma'am. Make sure you are smashing the like button and show your love, full strength, full support throughout the class. Okay, it's going to be a marathon, but all the questions are worth it. If you are able to crack these questions, for sure, you should be able to get 99 percentile. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Have a great time. Namrata ma'am will be live now.
Hello, my Ninja Warriors. So we are here to for the day 3 of mock test, and we are here to solve the difficult questions of upcoming JEE in 2025. Okay, but why do we need to solve difficult questions specifically? So this strategy has already been given by me, right? That in your paper, be it chemistry, be it mathematics, be it physics, you will get at least 6 to 7 approximately questions. If I talk about mathematics, 6 to 7 questions which are on alpha category. Do you know what is an alpha category? Okay, so before I start the mock test, let me just give you a brief strategy so that we can understand that why we need to do difficult questions. Okay, even though if we are scared about difficult questions, why? Okay, so why difficult questions? So understand that in mathematics, 25 questions will be there in your paper. 20 plus 5, correct? Now out of this, 6 to 7 questions will be alpha category questions. What are these alpha category questions? Alpha category means that you can do this question within 1 minute. You just see the question, you'll be like, okay, the calculations also looks pretty easy. The concept also or the formula also looks pretty direct. I'll be able to do this question in less than a minute, or you can also say that this question looks familiar. I have seen this question, I have done this question, like fixed model question. This type I have seen, so this 6 to 7 alpha questions will be there. Okay, so if you just pick that mathematics section, you have to scan all the 25 questions and you have to choose quickly 6 to 7 questions which are alpha category questions, and you have to finish them off within 10 to 12 minutes. First 10 to 12 minutes should be spent on this. Maximum 15 minutes, okay? So that you get that confidence boost of seeing that marks. Okay, 6 questions done. 6 fours are 24 marks straight in my pocket. And trust me, 24 marks in first 15 minutes of mathematics. Very good job. Okay. Low voice, you are saying. Is it better? Is it better? Is it better? Okay. I think it's better now. I think it's better. Is it better? Is it better? Is it better? Is it better? I think it's better. I think. Let me check. Okay, let us check. So yes, what I was talking about is why you need to solve difficult questions. So 6 to 7 questions you have to select, that would be alpha category questions that you can solve in 10 to 12 minutes. Then after that you have to pick again 7 to 8 questions based on your basically your preparation and your target score. So yes, what I was talking about is why I think it's audible. Questions. I think I'm audible now. Yes. So this category is beta category question, which are again solvable. It's not that that these questions are like very difficult. It's just that calculation part is tough or something which requires you understand the question, you know how to do it, but maybe the question is not familiar for you. You have to try it out. You feel like I can do this, but not very easy. So it might take 1 to 2 minutes to solve these kind of questions, beta category questions. So you have to understand that you have to have that identification skills. Question identification skills should be on point. Otherwise, if you're not able to identify, understand, if I'm seeing the question, I'm not able to judge whether I'll be able to do it or not, number one, and I'll be requiring at least how much expected time. So in this session, we are going to focus on beta category question. Okay. The past 2 days, I was taking majority alpha category question, which were high weightage questions. But today's session is all about beta category question, and today's session is all about rank decider. So these questions now basically are rank decider questions. Obviously 7 easy questions everybody will be able to do. But then whoever does this beta category question, rank will be automatically jump. Okay? Alright, clear? Chalo. On this note, we'll start with the very first question. Guess, any guesses by the way? Any guesses from which chapter we are having the very first question? In the chat box you can tell me. And the question is, the chapter is probability. Okay, so we have seen that in probability in past few years the weightage is slightly up. Okay, let me just increase the adjust the brightness. Yes, so this is it. The question says that A and B are two events such that probability of A, they are saying, is 4/7. Probability of A intersection B is 3/28. And the conditional probability, now understand, this is a conditional probability, which is probability of A given that A complement union B complement is there, is equal to lambda. This probability is equal to lambda. Find the value of 26/lambda. Okay, so let's do this question now. Let's understand. First of all, do you know the formula? The conditional probability of A given that B has already occurred. Probability of A given that B has already occurred. So probability of A intersection B upon probability of B. Correct? This is your formula of conditional probability. Okay. So now understand, this is probability of A given that A complement union B complement is nothing but lambda. Are you understanding it? Okay. Now understand, see, this is the formula. A given that B has already occurred, so we need to take intersection between two. So I'm going to take probability of A intersection. Then we are having A complement union B complement. Okay. Upon probability of A complement union B complement. Yes or no is equals to lambda. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply De Morgan's law. How many of you know De Morgan's law? Hi Dharani, how are you? How many of you know De Morgan's law? Anybody in the chat box? So De Morgan's law says that if at all A complement union B complement is there, it is nothing but A intersection B whole complement. This is your De Morgan's law. So can you see same thing? A complement union B complement is nothing but A intersection B whole complements. So this numerator part will be what? A intersection B whole complement, right? Upon we are having again A probability of, again same thing. Here also I'm going to change. This is probability of A intersection B whole complement. Yes. Now let us understand what the numerator is saying with the help of Venn diagram. So this question will use very important concepts of set theory, be it Venn diagram, be it De Morgan's law. Okay. So understand now. See, A intersection B complement. Can anybody tell me what is A intersection B? So ma'am, obviously A intersection B is this portion, and complement of middle portion is what? Complement of middle portion is what? Complement of middle portion is what? This. Complement of middle portion is what? This. Right? So this part is this. Now we need to take intersection of this with A. This is your A. This is your A. Okay? This is your A. So intersection is nothing but, so if you see intersection of this, so middle portion is not there, intersection of this. So if I shade it now, this is your A. Right? Including the middle part. But intersection will be just the left hand side. So this whole numerator is nothing but probability of A minus probability of A intersection B upon. This is your lambda, by the way. What about this? Probability of A intersection B complement. So this is 1 minus probability of A intersection B. Cool. Till now it is clear or not? Now they have given all the values. If you see, probability of A is given, probability of A intersection B is given. Just plug in the values. 4 by 7 minus 3 by 28 upon 1 minus, this is what? 3 by 28. Okay, 4 by 7 minus 3 by 28 upon 1 minus 3 by 28. So lambda is what? 4 minus 3 by 28 upon 4 by 7 upon 1 minus 3 by 28. Correct or not? So this is going to be, if I multiply 16 minus 3 by 28 upon this is 28 minus 3 by 28. Correct? 28 gone. So this is 13 by 25 is nothing but the value of lambda. Okay? 13 by 25. Anybody? Yes? Okay. No, chemistry will be there. Chemistry after me, chemistry will be there. Okay? So this is how it is. This is how it works. So the correct answer of this question is 13 by 25. Getting it, understanding it, let me know. What do you think about this question, guys? Alrighty, clear? Question 1 done and dusted. Shall I move on to the next question? By the way, any guesses? Okay, so this question is from the world of vector. And this type of question we have seen in past few years. Okay? So the question says let A and B be two vectors such that A dot B they are saying 0. What does that mean? If A dot B is 0, that means I can directly write angle between them is obviously what? 90 degree. Correct or not? Now, for some x comma y belongs to R, let. Now the equation is given. I don't know why it is not visible. So this equation says C vector is equals to XA vector plus YB vector plus A cross B. This is the equation which they are giving it. This equation I have rewritten it. Okay. So A and B are two unit vector. A dot B is 0. And they are saying that magnitude of C vector is equals to 2. And the vector C is inclined at the same angle alpha to both A and B. Acha. That means A is making angle with C vector is equals to alpha. C is inclined at same angle with A and B both. And B is also inclined with C with the angle alpha. Are you getting my point? This is what they have given. And what you need to figure out is 8 cos square alpha value. Okay. So this vector question is purely about equation solving. They want you to think about that, okay, this is the equation. This is the one equation. Now you have to use this equation. You have to think about this equation so that you extract maximum from this equation. This is the only equation which is given to you, right? So you have to extract maximum from this equation. That is why this question, I would not say this question is tough. This question is not gamma, I am not saying. This question is beta question. But similar type of questions they are asking in vectors. Go check it out. 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, like same question, repeat telecast, this they are giving. So that is why I believe that this question everybody should like do it. Like at least 5 question you will do, you'll be like, beta question also I am able to do, not only alpha. So see, what you have to do is you have to take dot product with A on both the sides and B also on both the sides. So step number 1 is take dot product. Take dot with A. And second is take dot with B. Take dot with B. Let's do it. Take dot with A, take dot with B. Okay. So if I take dot with A, tell me A dot C is equals to x A square. By the way, A is a unit vector plus y A dot B. Correct or not? Plus A dot A cross B. Okay. How many of you were there in my vectors session? I have already told you so many things about these things which is happening. See, A dot C is what? Not L. See, magnitude of C they are giving as 2. Correct or not? So, A dot C is what? AC cos alpha, because angle is alpha. AC cos alpha, understand. AC cos alpha. AC cos alpha is equals to x A square is equals to x. A dot B is 0. What about this? This is also 0. A dot A cross B is 0 because A and A cross B are two perpendicular, two mutually perpendicular vectors. So plus 0. So clearly A is 1, C is 2. So this gives you 2 cos alpha is nothing but x. That is your first equation which you are getting. Now same equation you have. Take dot product with B, guys. Take dot product with B. So B dot C. B dot C is equals to x A dot B plus y B square plus B dot A cross B. Now same thing is happening, okay? B dot C is what? BC cos alpha. B is 1, C is 2. So this is actually 2 cos alpha is equals to 0 plus y plus 0. So y is also coming out as the same thing. 2 cos alpha, guys. Y is also 2 cos alpha. X is also 2 cos alpha. Correct or not? Okay. Now understand. So x and y you have understood what are x and y. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be plugging in the value because we need cos alpha. Now see, single equation I have used it twice. Now I am going to use this equation third time. For the third time, ma'am, how? So we are going to plug in the value of x and y, both are equal. Come on. So C vector from here will be what? So x and y are both 2 cos alpha, right? I can take 2 cos alpha out of this. And we are going to have A plus B. And then we are going to have A cross B. Yes or no? And now what we are going to do is squaring both the sides. Square it right away. Square it. Square it, baby. So C square will be 4. This is equals to what? This and this, right? So this is 4 cos square alpha and A plus B whole square plus this whole square A cross B whole square. Correct? Plus. Now understand. 2 into 2 cos alpha A plus B, then dot A cross B. Yes or no? Now, so this is going to become what? So this is 4 is equals to 4 cos square alpha. 4 equals to 4 cos square alpha. This is what? A plus B whole square. A plus B whole square is what? A square plus B square plus 2AB. A dot B is anyway 0. So this is A square plus B square. So 1 square plus 1 square. That's it. Plus 0 only. This is sorted. What about this? A cross B whole square. So A cross B is, ma'am, AB sine theta. And can you see angle between them is 90 degrees. So AB sine 90 degree. AB sine 90 degree is 1 into 1 into 1. So this A cross B is what? Tell me. AB sine 90 degree. That is your 1. So A cross B whole square is 1. So plus 1. And what about this? Now understand. A dot A cross B is also 0. B dot A cross B is also 0. So this whole thing is definitely 0 and this is done and dusted. Clearly, this thing over here is 8 cos square alpha, which is C. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 is equals to 8 cos square alpha. 3 is absolutely correct answer of this particular question. Right? Okay, okie dokie, clear, perfect. Shall I move on to the next problem, which is from system of linear equations. Now, system of linear equations, ma'am, it's been day 3, but you are not like giving up on system of linear equations. Why? Because day 1, you were there. There was one question from system of linear equations. Day 2, there was also again one more question from system of linear equation. Now, day 3 also, ma'am, you're coming with the same type of question, yes. But now, I have taken a little bit difficult question, like it is not that straightforward. System of linear equation is involved, and this is, by the way, homogeneous equation. Okay, and but the condition is also given to you. Okay, so system of linear equation, now understand, this is homogeneous. In homogeneous, we do not have no solution. In homogeneous, we know that only two possibilities are there. Del not equals to 0 will give you unique solution. Del equals to 0 will give you infinite many solution. Okay. So obviously now del, what is del? Delta is nothing but determinant formed by the coefficients, which is A, B, C. B, C, A, C, A, B. This is equals to 0. Yes, absolutely, Dharani. There will be one question in your shift. I am not sure whether it will be homogeneous or non-homogeneous. This is homogeneous because can you see the constants are 0. Constants are 0. That means the constant term is 0. That means this will be your homogeneous. Right now, this is it. Okay. Now, if I expand this, if I try to expand this, what will I get? I will get ACB. A. CB minus A square. Okay, minus B. Then we are having B square minus AC. Okay, plus C. Plus C. We are having AB minus C square equals to 0. Okay. Also, this is very, very standard determinant, which is nothing but the value of this determinant. How many of you remember the result for this determinant, guys? So the result for this determinant is nothing but direct result also you can apply. This is nothing but minus of A plus B plus C. Then we are having A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. Okay. See, this is nothing but, see, this is what? 3ABC minus A cube minus B cube minus C cube. Do you remember something like this? If this is 0, so this can be factorized, guys. If this is 0, this can be factorized. A plus B plus C, A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC, minus sign is right there, and there will be 2. Okay, this will be 0. So after this, we have to write this. Now understand, this thing, as per the question, this is non-zero. But as per the question, A plus B plus C is 0. What does that mean? So this determinant, if you expand, you will realize that this determinant is 0 because of this condition. If A plus B plus C is 0, this is 0. That means del is equals to 0. This will give you infinite solution. And understand, whenever you see homogeneous, think that there will never ever be no solution. Option elimination. Exactly, so 2 solution it cannot be, because see, only we have 2 options, either unique solution or infinite solution. Can you see? Whenever you see homogeneous, you will have only 2 options in your bucket. Okay, so if you are aware at least about the concept, even if you are not solving this question, you will be like, C and D I am not gonna guess. It is either unique solution or infinite solution. Okay. Yes, 100% AR day. 100%. Okay. I think homogeneous also we have done. Now we are having My favorite, adjoint properties, matrices, guys. Okay, let's see. Because every day I am coming with this. How many of you are actually attending complete 3-day mock test? How many of you are actually attending complete 3-day mock test? Can anybody tell me about it? Because see, every day I am doing at least 2 questions from this adjoint properties, and I am writing down the properties on the right hand side every day. Same properties I write. I am very lazy, but I am taking an effort of writing it down. I'm very lazy about writing properties, but I feel no, I have to write, because I don't know, whoever is seeing, some student might not know the property. By this session you will be able to remember the property, right? So understand, A is an invertible matrix and B is another matrix, such that determinant B they are giving is 2. First thing they are giving. Second thing which they are giving is A transpose determinant A transpose determinant A B is equals to A determinant B B transpose. Are you getting my point? Yes. Determinant B is 2. So can I just remove this 2 from here? So this is into 2 into B transpose. Yes, can I write this? And now if they are talking about this is K, so we need to figure out this value. First thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to take determinant on both the sides. I'm going to solve this. Take determinant both the sides. Take determinant both the sides. So determinant of A transpose, then we are having determinant A, then we are having B is equals to determinant A to AB transpose. Correct? Now one property which I'm going to use it. This is very important property. Determinant of KA. Determinant of KA. Determinant of KA. K will come out and K will be power of n. If at all your matrix is 3 cross 3 matrix, then K cube A. So basically, if your matrix is of order 3 and you want to take this constant out of the determinant, you have to apply 2 cube determinant A B transpose. Yes or no? Same thing. Now understand. Very, very important. Can anybody tell me what is a determinant A? Can anybody tell me what is a determinant A? Determinant A, ma'am, is a constant. Just like your 2, just like your K. Determinant A is a constant. You can mark it as K. This is a value. And if at all any determinant, any value is stuck inside the determinant, you can take this out, but same thing. If this is K, this will become K cube. So determinant A cube, then you have determinant A transpose B. Okay. Obviously, you know that determinant AB, next property is determinant A, determinant B. And determinant A transpose, determinant B transpose is equal. Sorry. Determinant A transpose is nothing but determinant A. Determinant A cube, determinant A transpose, determinant B is equals to 2 cube determinant A, determinant B transpose. Now you can cancel it out now. Cancel it out. B transpose and B is gone, A transpose A is gone. So A cube is equals to 2 cube. Determinant A, guys, is coming out as 2. Okay, clear? Got it? Yes, yes, yes. JEE aspirant PDF of yesterday's mock test. Right away I'm gonna send you the PDFs in the telegram. Okay, JEE aspirant. Alright. Okay. Now we need to sort this out, guys. What is this? Let me just note this down. Determinant AB inverse. Determinant AB inverse, adjoint A transpose inverse is equals to K. Okay. Again, we are going to separate it out. Determinant A, determinant B inverse, adjoint A transpose B inverse is equals to K, correct? Determinant A, determinant B inverse. Determinant A is this. Determinant B inverse is 1 upon determinant B. Do you know this property? Determinant B inverse, right? Determinant B inverse. Okay. Now what about this? Understand? Let me just check once. Okay, yeah. Adjoint of A is equals to determinant A square if your order is 3. Remember this. Adjoint of A determinant is nothing but determinant A square if your order is 3. So over here, this is going to become determinant of A transpose B inverse whole square. Correct? And now, this is going to give you determinant A upon determinant B. What about this? Separate it out. Determinant A transpose whole square, determinant B inverse whole square. So this is actually going to become what? Determinant A cube upon, can you see, determinant B cube by using all the properties. And if I go back, determinant A, determinant B both are exactly 2. So this we are going to cancel out. The answer of this particular question will be a clear-cut 1. Oops guys, oops, sorry. This is inverse, whole inverse. Whole inverse, right? This is whole inverse. If it is whole inverse, then this is determinant. See, anyway, determinant A and B are getting cancelled out. This is what? 1 upon A transpose B and determinant square. So this is actually going to be 1 upon, this is determinant A square, determinant B square. Now it's fine. So 2 square is 4 into 4. Answer is 1 by 16. Okay. Answer is 1 by 16. So answer of this particular question is 1. So K. So 4 into 1 by 16 is equals to 1 by 4. Okay. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Are you understanding it? All right. Another question. Let's do it. Okay. So another question is from 3D geometry. So yes, this question was all about properties of adjoint. Okay. Properties of adjoint. Okay. 3D geometry, and you need to know about this, that you have to understand how to calculate point of intersection of two lines. Okay. So this question is very easy question, I would say. Beta, because it might take a little effort in solving it, but the concept wise, the algorithm wise, it is very easy. You know how to do it. See, point of intersection of these two lines you have to calculate. Now understand one thing. These two lines, can you see 2i cap, 3j cap plus 4k cap? This is the direction of that line, and this will be the point on that line. Yes, 7, 10, 13 is point, 2, 3, 4 is direction. Then here 3, 5, 7 is point, 1, 2, 3 is direction. Okay, all right, yes. So now 7 plus 2s, comma, this is, I am taking a point on line number 1, 7 plus 2s, 10 plus 3s. This is a point on my line number 1, 13 plus 4s. And 3 plus t, comma, 5 plus 2t, comma, 7 plus 3t is point on another line. Now, if these two lines intersect, I need to equate. This is also a random point, this is also a random point. What I want is, I want that I am taking the point on this line number 1 is exactly matching with point on line number 2. So, I need to equate. So, first thing is 7 plus 2s is equals to 3 plus t. So, this will give me the very first equation, which is, by the way, 4 plus 2s plus t equals to 0. This is your equation number 1. Second thing which I am seeing, 10 plus 3s is equals to 5 plus 2t. this is equals to 5 plus 3s plus 2t equals to 0. Second equation. Now solve these two, guys. Solve it. How to solve? So now you just have to multiply this with 2 because and then subtract. So 8 minus 5 is 3. 4 minus 3 is plus s. 2t 0. So s is equals to minus 3 is coming out. Okay, s is equals to minus 3. The moment you will see s is minus 3, what you can do is you can just plug in the value, you get the value of t. So s is minus 3 now. 4 minus 6. So minus 2. T is equals to minus 2. Okay, you can check it out that s minus 3 and t minus 2 works for this or not. So 3 2s are 6. Sorry, plus 2 no? 6 and so minus 6 plus s is minus 9 plus 5 is 4. Minus 9 plus minus. Okay, yes. Absolutely right. Now what you can do is you have s, you have t. You can do both ways. You want to put s, put it over here. So 7 minus 3 to the 6, 1. Right? If you put s value over here, so it is going to become what? 1, comma. Minus 3 if you put over here, 1, okay. Minus 3 if you put, okay, 1 comma 1 comma 1 is that point which is coming option D. And now, if at all you want to verify your answer, that am I doing right? Are my calculations correct? What you can do is you can now put t is equals to 2 in here. So t is equals to 2 if you put over here, you'll be like, actually t is minus 2 guys. T is not plus 2, है ना? T is minus 2. Minus 3. So this is minus 6. So s is coming out as minus 3 and t is coming out as minus 2. Yes. See, t is minus 2. You put minus 2 over here, so 1. You put minus 2 over here, 1. You put minus 2 over here, 1. So in that way, you will be like, acha, my s and t both are correct. Okay. This is how you can verify. Alrighty. So see, this is the thing. Your s is coming out as minus 3 and t is minus 2. Also, obviously, I may have subtracted it, no? Subtraction. Also, I have done a mistake over here, right? This is minus sign. Now it's fine. See, 4 plus 2s minus t equals to 0. This is minus t, minus 2t, right? Minus t and minus 2t. Now it's correct. Now you will get t is equals to 2. See, minus sign will be there, no? Plus t, so it will go towards here. Okay, anyway. Now one question again, system of linear equations, another question, guys. System of linear equation, another question, guys. If the system of linear equations, again homogeneous alert. System of linear equations. Now they are saying non-zero solution. This terminology, how many of you know about this non-zero solution? Non-zero solution or non-trivial solution is very, very popular term in system of linear equations. Okay. That means infinite solution. And that means del equals to 0. So you have to find out the determinant, make it 0. 1k 3. 3k minus 2. 2, 4 minus 3. Determinant value equals to 0. So this is minus 3k. Minus 3k plus 8. Correct or not? Minus 3k plus 8. Minus k times minus 9 plus 4. Plus 3 times 12 minus 2k. Okay. Alright. Yes. Now, understand. Minus 3k plus 5k is 2k. 2k minus 6k. 2k minus 6k is minus 4k. Then we are having 8. 8 and, okay. So, plus 8 and 36 is what? 8 and 36 is 44 is equals to 0. So from here k is equals to 11 guys. K is coming out as 11. The moment you will be like, acha, k is 11, that means your equations will be x plus 11y plus 3z equals to 0. Then you are having 3x plus 11y minus 2z equals to 0. Then you are having 2x plus 4y minus 3z equals to 0. Understand? You got the value of k, but they are not asking the value of k. The question is a little bit more than the value of k. So now what you have to do is you have to solve these three equations. How? So first of all, I feel that eliminate x. How to eliminate x? Which one is easier? Okay, elimination of y seems much easier. Can you see? Elimination of y. This is first equation, second equation, third equation. What I'm going to do is subtracting 1 minus 2. So 1 minus 2 means 11 by 11 by will be gone, or 2 minus 1 also you can do. Let's do 2 minus 1 because we'll get positive value. 2 minus 1. Okay. So 2 minus 1 will be 2x, then 0, and then minus 5z equals to 0. So from here I can get the value of x by z is nothing but 5 by 2. X by z is nothing but 5 by 2. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate every ratio and then we'll think about it. Okay. Second minus 1. Now what to do? Okay. First and third. If you add first and third, then also z will get eliminated, right? So you are going to get 3x plus 15y equals to 0. So this is what we are going to have. X upon y is equal to minus 5. X by y is equals to minus 5. Okay. X by y is equals to minus 5, or x is equals to minus 5y. So now what you can do is x by y you have, correct? So x by y and z by y you need. Okay. So z by y. So this you don't need. You need z by y. So you have to eliminate x. How to eliminate x? Multiply 2 in this and then subtract. Multiply 2 and then subtract. Okay. So this is 0. So subtract. 11 minus 4 will be what? 8y. And 6 minus minus 3. 6 minus minus 3, 9. Z equals to 0. So clearly from here y by z also you will get. And if you get x by y, y by z and z by x, so you will get it. So let's put z is equals to lambda. Yes. X equals to 5 by 2 lambda. If you put z is equals to lambda. From here you can see that y is equals to minus 9 lambda by 8. X is right here and z is anyway lambda. So x into z. 5 by 2 lambda. Z is already lambda upon lambda square. So this is going to give you what? Y by z, have I done correct? 1 by 2 hona chahiye. Sorry guys. So this is 2 ka multiply 2 x gone. This is 22 minus 4. Okay, 22 minus 4 kitna hota hai? 18. 18. Okay, 18. So 18. So this is actually 18. So now this is nothing but minus 1 by 2 lambda. Yes, minus 1 by 2 lambda. Minus 1 by 2 lambda whole square. So this is clearly lambda square gone. 5 by 2 upon 1 by 4. Correct? So this is 10. Option B is absolutely right. So this is going to become 10. Okay? 10. Everybody clear with the calculations? What I did? I realized that, okay, we have, once the value of k calculation is very easy. You all know that. Once it is done, then z by y square. So let's keep z is equals to lambda and calculate everything in terms of lambda. So how will you do that? If z is lambda, then you have to eliminate y and then x once. So this will not make any, yes. So yes, now understand. So this is not making any sense, I believe. Yes. This is not making any sense. Okay. Now it's fine. Can you see? Second minus 1 will be eliminating y, so x will be in terms of z or lambda. Then if you multiply 2 in the first equation, then subtract, obviously x will get eliminated, so y in terms of z or lambda, which is right here. Put the value of x in terms of lambda, y in terms of lambda, z is already lambda. Z is already lambda. So now lambda, lambda, done, done, done. 10 question, 10 is the correct answer. And with this question, we are moving on to the next question, guys. Next question. Okay. So the next question is saying that let a comma b and c be three vectors such that magnitude of a is root 3, magnitude of b is 5, b dot c is 10, and the angle between b and c is pi by 3. If a is perpendicular to the vector, so a is perpendicular to b cross c, that means a dot b cross c, they are saying is 0, then a cross b cross c is what? Now this is something which is related to understand. This is something which is related to triple product, okay? A cross b cross c. That means, okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it simple cross product. Okay, understand. First of all, A and B cross C, these are the two things. Cross product, I will not see it as triple product. I will see this as normal cross product between A and B cross C. Because I know the angle between A and B cross C, which is 90 degree, yes or no? Right? So this is going to give you what? Tell me. Magnitude of A, magnitude of B cross C, sine 90 degree. So this is magnitude of A is already given root 3 and this is B cross C, correct? Now B cross C, now individually I will treat it as cross product. Okay, ma'am. So root 3 BC sine theta. Okay, root 3 BC sine theta. Now understand one thing. One more information is given to us. What is this, ma'am? Angle between B and C is pi by 3. So why not I am writing this? Sine pi by 3. Correct? Okay, sine pi by 3, sine 60 degree, root 3 by 2. So this is going to give you root 3. What is B? 5. Into 5. What is C? C. Ma'am, no C. C. Into sine, so root 3 by 2. So this is going to give you 5 3s are 15 by 2 C. All you have to find is C. Now, how to find C, ma'am? Because you have not used this BC cos pi by 3 is equals to 10. So B is what? 5. C I don't know. And cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2 is equals to 10. So this is 20 by 5. C is coming out as 4. Now plug in this value of C over here. So 15 into 4, 60 by 2. So 30 is absolutely correct answer of this particular question. I would say this is not a very difficult question. In fact, I feel this is something which you feel that, oh, this is an alpha, this is a beta question. 90% of the student will be like, oh, cross, so many things, I don't know. Okay? Alright. Perfect. Okay. Now, we have another question. Okay, let me just increase the brightness, guys. Better. I think it's better. I think it's better. What is beta, ma'am? Madesh? Beta is something like medium level question. Not very difficult, not very easy. Still doable, but sometimes you do some effort, but it's like you do some calculation mistake, you miss some concept. It's challenging, but still doable category. Okay, Madesh? Getting it? Now this function, this is by the way JEE 2024 question, guys. And this is from, if you understand, this is actually from differential equation. This question looks like, what the hell are they giving? What the hell are they giving? Fx, f dash x. Nobody will think that this is a differential equation question just because of fx and f dash x. Are you getting my point? So fx is y sine 2x plus sine x minus 1 plus cos square x. Okay, fx is y, f dash x is dy by dx. Okay. Now understand what is going on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna write dy by dx on the right hand side. 1 plus cos square x right here. Everything which is written over here, so minus y sine 2x is equals to minus sine x plus sine x. This is it. Can you clearly see this is linear differential equation? Okay, so dy by dx minus sine 2x upon 1 plus cos square x y is equals to sine x. Okay, now understand this is dy by dx plus py is equals to q. Integrating factor will be e integration of p dx. So in our case, e raised to power integral of minus sine 2x. Now minus sine 2x is minus 2 sine x cos x upon 1 plus cos square x and dx. If I put 1 plus cos square x as t, understand, I'll be getting 0 plus 2 cos x. Cos x is minus sine x equals to dt. So this whole thing is becoming dt. Can you see? This whole thing is becoming dt and this is your t. So this is e raised to power minus dt by t integral. So this is going to become what? E raised to power minus log t and this is 1 by t. And what is t? So 1 upon 1 plus cos square x is your integrating factor. Your integrating factor is what? 1 upon 1 plus cos square x. Oh yes, thank you. Divide on both the sides. Done. 1 plus cos square x I have divided on both sides. Now, understand that integrating factor is 1 upon 1 plus cos square x. Y multiply integrating factor is equals to integral of q. What is q? What is q? Q is sin x upon 1 plus cos square x into integrating factor. So that is why it is given as twice plus c. This is your final, what will I say? Hold on. Sorry, minus sign won't be there. Hold on. See, minus sign won't be there, है ना? Minus sign won't be there. So this is e power. If you realize e power integral of t by dt by t. So this is e power ln t, which is equals to t. So integrating factor is 1 plus cos square x. In the numerator, guys, in the numerator. So integrating factor is 1 plus, it's not 1 upon, it's 1 plus, okay. So y multiply 1 plus cos square x is equals to integration of sin x cube. What is q? This is your q. Multiply integrating factor dx plus c. Yes or no? This and this cancel out. Integral of sin x. Integral of sin x is what? Minus cos x plus c y 1 plus cos square x. Correct or not? Now, use the initial condition, guys. Use the initial condition. So what they are saying is f of 0 is 0 and f of pi by 2 is what you need to calculate. F of 0 is 0. 0 comma 0 you have to satisfy. So if you satisfy 0 comma 0, this is 0 and this is minus 1 plus c. So c is coming out as 1. Now pi by 2, you have to calculate value of y when x is pi by 2. So 1 plus 0 when x is pi by 2 is equals to minus 0 plus c is 1. So y is coming out as 1 at x equals to pi by 2, which is matching with option A. Okay? This is matching with option A. Got it? Yes? Alright. Now I have one more question. One more question, and by the way, this is from binomial theorem, guys. Last question, okay? Binomial theorem. Let me just decrease the brightness, okay? Binomial theorem. Binomial theorem question says that the coefficient of x raised to power 2012 in the expansion of this is equal to what? Okay. So the coefficient of x raised to power 2012. Now understand, when you see such expressions, this I have done so many times in Obsession JEE series also. The coefficient of x power 2012 in the expansion of this is what you are looking for, right? Okay. So now understand, every time you will see such two product of two expressions now, you will be like, oh, there is some correlation. Because see, this is 2008, this is 2007. There is some reason why they are giving very close powers. It is not just random. 2008, 2007. So what you should do is, this 1 minus x, you have to write it like this. 1 minus x, 2007, 1 plus x square, 2007. Okay, so this, if you see, is this 1 minus x. This is a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So 1 minus x cube, 2007. Okay. So now understand, 1 minus, now this is a binomial theorem. Now this is a binomial theorem. So 1 minus x is right here. And if you expand this, this is 2007 C0 minus 2007 C1 x cube plus 2007 C2 x power 6 and so on. Okay, now you are looking for x raised to power 2012, right? You are looking for x raised to power 2012. How will you get 2012? See if it is 2. So 2012, that means you have to divide by 3. See, 6 divided by 2012 divided by 3. No, you will not get anything. You will not get a term which is, you will not get x power 6, see x power 9. So here there will be always be x power 0, x power 3, x power 6, x power 9, x power 12, x power 15 and so on, x power multiple of 3. X power multiple of 3. 2012 is not at all multiple of 3. So you will not get anything which is 2012 here. So 1 multiply this will not have 2012 coefficient. Okay ma'am, okay. What about this now ma'am? You will multiply x now. So if x you will multiply, so you want x power 1 you already have. You are looking for x power 2011 so that they combine with each other and give you 2012. Yes or no? Because x you already have, you are looking for other half. X power 2011. Now x power 2011 is also not the multiple of 3. That means you are not going to get any term which is having x raised to power 2012. So this is the answer of this question is 0. By the way, this was a JEE main PYQ. Yes, sniper. Yes, sniper, absolutely. The JEE main PYQ, 2024. So understand that they have so many questions. 2008, 2007. The powers will be very close by. So you have to understand, you have to break in such a way that you can combine the other two factors. Now this is a binomial. And this is a, so polynomial multiplication with binomial. Okay. Alright, so this was the last question. Guys, this was the last question. And I think, let me just talk to Diksha ma'am. Okay, now obviously you guys are looking for mock test, right or wrong? And especially that one combined mock test where it actually you can think about JEE, and once the JEE exam is done, you can think about other examinations like BitSat and COMEDK, right? So all-in-one engineering test series is something which you should buy right away, and you should keep it with yourself. Now is the time. If you have not bought it, link is given already in the description box. All-in-one test series. Let me tell you about some features about all-in-one test series. What are covered in this? See, there will be part test also. There will be full test also. Can you see part test? Part test means that class 11th, class 12th, unit wise test will be happening. Full test is entire engineering syllabus, or you can say entire JEE syllabus. Okay, so these are the type of test, and this is going to happen for your everything. Can you see? MHTCT, KCT, VIT EEE, EAPCT, ISER, SRMJ, KIT, WBJ, BitSat, COMEDK. So many exams will be covered. Link is directly given in the description box. I to feel right away after this session you should buy this. Start giving mock tests, because mock test giving is very important. Even if your syllabus is 30-40%, focus on that 30-40%, because you have to understand, your brain needs to learn how to switch between chapters, how to switch between subjects. Okay. Alright, so, and the test is like very much curated. We have designed the test keeping in mind that what is the 5-year trend analysis. So data driven approach, that means we have analyzed everything, and what is the most predictable questions, we have kept it over here. Okay, and I mean high quality research has been performed. Then it will be there for your JEE main April attempt also, right? It is not that only first attempt, it is for your JEE in April attempt. It will be for JEE advance also. Yes, we are having test for your JEE advance also. And if at all you feel that I'm not a JEE advance person, I am a JEE main, and after that I'll be exploring other examination. So MHTCET, KCET, VIT EEE, can you see EAPCET, ISER, okay, SRMJ, KIT, BitSat, all in one test series will be there. WBJ, COMEDK, okay. So this is what it is, and what you can do is you can just go and check it out about this. Alright, link is given in the description box. You can check out the price as well. And yes, we'll be taking matrices and determinant class also. Do not worry about it. We are having more classes, okay. So mock test sessions will be going on. Obsession JEE will also be going on, okay. So yes, that's about it. I will hand over to your very favorite Diksha ma'am. Where is she? So I'll be just logging off. Bye bye guys. See you. It's chemistry time.
Hi everyone, welcome to Vedantu JEE English, and as you all know that you have done physics and mathematics, and now we are going to do chemistry part. So are you all ready? I know you must be tired, but we have to do like 20-25 questions of JEE chemistry as well, right? So I have picked up some very interesting questions for you. Now let us try to solve them. So are you all ready? Now for chemistry, I want green hearts in the chat box for your favorite chemistry, that is most scoring chapter, most scoring subject of JEE, right? Talk about physics, it takes a lot of effort, right? Talk about mathematics, it takes a lot of efforts, right? But chemistry is something which will give you marks even if you put like maybe 70% of what you put in physics or mathematics. If you put even 70 or 60% of that into chemistry, that is sure shot going to give you marks, because chemistry is not that difficult. Easy questions are asked in chemistry, but very predictable questions. It is also not time consuming, right? In the exam, it's not like you have to solve. Yes, physical chemistry is time consuming, some questions are time consuming, but organic and inorganic chemistry especially not at all time consuming, right? Okay, yes, right. Okay, so yes, it's mixed questions, organic, inorganic, physical, mixed questions you have, like you will have in your exam, right? In the same way you will have mixed questions here. So let us start with the very first question on your screen, that is, the standard enthalpy of formation of NH3 is minus 46.0 kilojoule, right? If the enthalpy of formation of H2 from its atoms is this, and that of N2 is this, the average bond enthalpy of NH bond in NH3 is. So now guys, this is basically from thermochemistry, right? What you have to do here. Here you don't have any as such formula. You have to see the reaction. From there, you have to make some formula out of that. Right. So now we know that the formula that we have, the reaction, they are asking about that from N2 and H2, NH3 is formed. That means they are talking about what is the name of this process. This is called Haber's process. So it is N2 plus H2 that is going to give you NH3, right? Okay, so N2 plus H2 is going to give you NH3. From here we have to balance the reaction firstly. So balancing will be 2 here and 3 here. This is the balanced chemical equation that you will have. Now next thing is what is given to us, right? What is the enthalpy of formation of N2 is given to us, right? Formation of H2 is given to us, and standard enthalpy of formation of NH3. That means this overall reaction is also given to us. See guys, understand this thing. They are saying the enthalpy of formation of NH3 is minus 46 kilojoule per mole. But here in this reaction, we are forming 2 NH3. That means this energy will be multiplied by 2. So enthalpy of this reaction that I have written here, that is going to be 2 into minus 46, right? Okay, 2 into minus 46, you can say it will be 40, 80, 92. Okay, minus 92 kilojoule per mole. That is going to be the answer for this full reaction. Now, after that, you just have to apply this this thing, that delta HR of this reaction, right? This reaction is going to be product minus reactants. Product is what? This is going to be, wait a minute, this whole is going to be, they are asking you the bond energies, right? Okay. So, here you have nitrogen bond, here you have 3 hydrogen bond, and here you have 3 bond of hydrogens, right? Okay, this is what you have here, right students? So this is what you have here. Everybody, okay, so this is what you have here. What they have given you is the enthalpy of formation of H2 from the atoms. H2 from the atoms, that means this formation is given to us. So it will be enthalpy of formation of this NH bonds, so it will be 2 into NH bond minus of 3 into HH bond minus of 1 into N triple bond N bond, right? So basically we are talking about the bonds here, right students? Is that clear what I have done here? Everybody, is that clear what I have done here? Everybody, is that clear what I have done here? Right? Okay. So this is going to be, wait a minute, this is bond energies. Now, bond energies, so we do reactant minus product, right? It should not be. I told you that in thermochemistry, if they have given you enthalpy of combustion, anything is given to you, then it is product minus reactant. But for when you're talking about the bond energies, right? Okay, so that is going to be opposite, right? So here it is. This is basically, they are saying the enthalpy of formation of H2. Formation of H2 is minus 42. If you're saying that the formation of H2, when you're forming H2, then the bond energy is minus 436 kilojoule. Then the bond energy, that means bond dissociation energy of H2 is going to be 436 kilojoule per mole, right? Similarly, if you talk about the enthalpy of formation of N2, that means when you form N2, that is minus 712. So the bond energy, you can say the bond energy of N2, is going to be 712 kilojoule per mole. That is going to be the bond energy. Now we have the bond energies of everything, and they are asking you the bond energy of NH bond. That's why we have to take everything in the bond energy, not in enthalpy of formation. Enthalpy of formation and bond energy are opposite to each other. When you're forming something, when you're breaking something, that will be opposite, right? Okay, so here it will be this enthalpy of reaction in terms of bond energy is going to be, in terms of bond energies, reactant minus product. Reactant is the bond energy of N2 plus 3 into bond energy of H2. This is minus of, this is what, 2 into, right? And here, no, it's not 2. How many bonds you have here? How many bonds you have? In one molecule you have 3 bonds, and 2 molecules you have, so it will be 6 into bond energy of H, N and H, right? Okay. Now here you have to find the value of this thing, right? Everything else it is given to us. This is minus 92 enthalpy of this reaction. Bond energy of N2 is given to be 712. Bond energy of H2 is given to be 436, and here it is minus 6 of, let's say I take it as let's say anything, right? Okay, so take it as bond energy of NH only, right? Okay, so it is going to be bond energy of NH, right? Now just you have to do the calculation. So it will be minus 92 minus 712 minus 3 into 436, right? And here it is minus only, so it will be here, right? This is also minus 6, this is also minus 6, right? This will be cancelled, and then 6 will shift here, right? Okay, so it will be positive, everything will be positive. Now it is going to be, this is bond energy, this is going to be, just solve this, 712 plus 92, 3 into 4, 36 divided by 6, that is going to be the answer. Right? Okay, guys, so that is going to be the answer. Let us see what is the answer here. Yes, students, what is the answer here? What is the answer? It will come out to be positive, so it is not the answer. So 436 into 3, 712 plus 92, 352. So it is coming out to be B is the correct answer, that is 352. Okay, the important point here was that they have given you formation, you have to convert into bond energy, because what they're asking you is the bond energy, right? And you have to not do products minus reactant. When you have bond energies, then you do reactant minus product. So these two important things were there, right? Okay, is that clear to everybody? Now next question is the time of half-life period of a certain reaction A give rise to products is 1 hour. Okay, they are saying that the half-life period is given to us, and it is when the initial concentration of the reactant, that means A naught is given to be 2 mole per liter. How much time does it take for its concentration to come from this to this? This is a change in the concentration is given to you, right? And this is a zero order reaction. So firstly, they have given you two hints here. One is they have given you the half-life period here. Half-life period is given to be 1 hour, right? Okay, so you need to calculate the value of rate constant here firstly. Yes, guys, so firstly calculate the value of rate constant. Right, everybody? So T half, we know that it is directly proportional to A naught, or you can say A naught raised to power 1 minus N. It is a zero order reaction, put it 0, so it will be directly proportional to A naught. Actually, the formula is T half is equals to A naught by 2K. That is the formula of the T half. You just put the value, K will be equals to A naught by 2 T half. A naught is given to us, that is 2. It is 2. 2 is mentioned here. T half is 1. So answer is going to be 1. Right? K is going to be 1 is the answer. K is going to be 1. Now, just put this value in the formula of the zero order reaction. Right, guys? The formula of zero order reaction, everybody. The formula of zero order reaction. Hanji, what is the formula of zero order reaction? For zero order reaction, what is the formula? There is log or no log. K is equals to which thing? If I take, they have given you the change in the concentration. That means initial, this is final. So this is what is given to us. So it will be K is equals to A minus A naught divided by T. Right? This is, I'm not taking half-life. Generally, I am taking this. Right? So now here we know that A minus A naught, this change is given to us. This is 0.5 to 0.25. That means the change we have is 0.25 only. And T is what they are, how much time they are asking you. This is the time, right? And this is K. So K beta in, they are asking you, this is R. So that's why I have not converted anything in minutes. So this will be also the opposite of R only. Right? Okay, so that's why I have not converted into seconds. If here they would have given me something like seconds, then I would have converted this R, this half-life period, into minutes or second, what is given to me in the options. Now R is only given to me, so I'll put this value in per hour only. So answer will be this one. So answer is going to be 0.25. Right? Okay, that is going to be the answer. So here it will be C is the correct answer. Is that clear to everybody? Right? Okay. No, I can't observe any earthquake. Okay, third question is the structure of diborane contains. So students, the structure of diborane, if you talk about diborane structure, right? BH3 is electron deficient. That is why what will happen, right? These two bridge BHB bonds will have, it will have four terminal bonds, it will have four terminals bond, it will have. But here this is called the bananas bond, right? Why? Because these bonds are, here you will have two electrons but three centers. So these bonds are two electron, three centered. Rest four bonds are like these kind of bonds are two electron, two centered bond. Okay, so four we have two centered, two electron, and two we have three centered, two electron. So answer is going to be A is the correct answer, right? Okay, A is the correct answer. Next question is 1 mole of symmetrical alkene on ozonolysis gives 2 mole of aldehyde having molecular mass 44. Firstly, students, you need to tell me what is that aldehyde which has molecular mass 44. So if you talk about the first aldehyde, that is CHO, here it is 12 plus 2 plus 16. So it is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is 30 only, right? Okay. So if I talk about CH3, CHO, I think this is going to be 40. So it will be 12 into 2, 24 plus 4 hydrogens here plus 1 oxygen here. So it will be 28, 38, plus 6 is 44 only, right? So this is going to have 44U molecular formula. That means the aldehyde that it is going to form is CH3CHO. Now gives 2 moles of aldehyde, right? Now that means 2 mole of this is formed. Now can I just write it like this? This is CH3, C double bond O, this is H. Same way I am writing it here. C double bond O, H, this is also CH3, right? Okay, this is also CH3. Now students, this is formed from the ozonolysis, that is the reductive ozonolysis, right? What you need to do, just forget about these two oxygens here, attach these double bond to each other, that will be the answer. So it will be C double bond, this is also C, this is CH3 and this is CH3, right? Here you have one hydrogen, here you have one hydrogen. And what is this? This is butadiene. Okay, so answer is going to be 2. Butene is the correct answer. C is the correct answer, right? Okay. Now, next question is, if sodium sulfate is considered to be completely dissociated into cations and anions in aqueous solution, the change in freezing point of water when this much of okay, so they are asking you the change delta when this much of sodium sulfate is dissolved in 1 kilogram of water. That means they are asking you delta TF here, right? Delta TF they are asking you, right? Okay, we know delta TF is equals to I into molarity into KF, right? Now, what is that first statement? If sodium sulfate is what? Na2SO4. Now, Na2SO4 is dissociated into how many ions? It is dissociated into 2 Na positive plus 1 SO4 2 negative. They are saying it is completely dissociated into cations and anions. That means alpha value is 1. Value of alpha is 1. If alpha value is 1, if alpha is given to be 1, then can I say that number of ions that it is dissociated is equals to I, and that is going to be 3. So Van Hoff factor is going to be 3. Delta TF they are asking you, right? I is given to be 3. Molality is this much mole, that means number of moles of solute is given to us, right? Divided by weight of solvent is given to us, and that too in kilograms. So I don't have to multiply this by 1000, right? You don't have to multiply this by 1000. You don't need to do that because this is already given in kilograms only. So it is number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent in kilograms. If it is given in kilograms, I don't need to multiply it by 1000, right? What is KF? KF is also given to me 1.86. It is given to me. Now just put this value and get your answer, right? Okay, just put these value and you will get your answer. Everybody, simple calculation it is, right? Okay, everybody. Yes, students, I am waiting for your answers in the comment section. Yes, students, I am waiting for your answers. Ma'am, 0.05, ma'am, 0.058, okay? 0.058 Kelvin, right? Now students will say, ma'am, if it is degree Celsius, do I need to convert it to degree Celsius? No, yaar. Why? Change is whether it's degree Celsius, it's Kelvin, change is going to be remain the same units only, right? Okay, so it is going to be B is the correct answer, right? Okay, B is the correct answer. Next question is, from amongst the following alcohols, one would react fastest with concentrated HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. Concentrated HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. Concentrated HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. This is basically Lucas test, right? So they are asking you which will react fastest. So we know that 3 degree, then 2 degree, then you have 1 degree. Right, so 3 degree alcohol will react the fastest. You need to find here which of the following is 3 degree alcohol, right? Okay, so if you talk about, I think propane to ol, 1, 2, 3 propane, second position you have ol, and this position you have methyl. So I think yes, so this is a 3 degree because OH is connected to that carbon, which is further connected to 3 carbons. So answer will be B is the correct answer, right? Okay, yes. So next question is, in the chemical reaction, okay, you have to also tell me the name of this reaction and tell me the product. Now I'm waiting for your answers in the comment section. Tell me the name of this naming reaction. What is this naming reaction? And what is the compound? A, B, C, D, which is the correct answer? They are saying, firstly, you have NaNO2HCl at 278 Kelvin. That means they are talking about diazotization. So A will be this thing. A will be this thing, right? Disonium salt will be formed here. After that, you react this with HbF4, right? You will have the formation of, very good, you will have B. Okay, so they are saying A and B. So basically, guys, from this only it is clear that benzene disonium chloride is only present here. So C will be the correct answer, right? After this, when you have HbF4, then the answer will be fluorobenzene, right? Fluorobenzene will be the answer. But for example, they have done HbF4 with NaNO2. After that, you also had copper couple. in that case, the answer is going to be nitrobenzene. Now, this particular reaction is called Bals-Schiemann reaction. Bals-Schiemann reaction. Okay, Bals-Schiemann reaction. Okay, so answer is going to be what? Answer is going to be C is the correct answer, right? Okay, next question on your screen, guys, everybody. Next question, everybody. Next question. I want all of you to answer this. Yes, students, try to answer this question. Okay, Bals-Schiemann reaction. Okay, so energy required to break 1 mole of CCl bonds. You have 1 mole of CCl bonds in Cl2 is this. That means when you break, that means energy required to break 1 mole of CCl bonds is this. The longest wavelength of light capable of breaking a single CCl bond. Firstly, to calculate the energy required to break single CCl bond, right? Energy required to break 1 mole of Cl2, right? That will be 242 kilojoule per mole, right? Okay. If you talk about energy required for 1 molecule, that is going to be 242 kilojoule per mole divided by the Avogadro's number, right? Okay. Yes, students. Hanji. So that means this is not now per mole. Here now we are not talking about per mole. Now we are talking about simple energy for single bond. Now if I want to convert this into joules, right? Because I need to have the energy in nanometers. So firstly, if I want to have the wavelength in nanometers, firstly energy should be in joules, right? So that will be multiplied by 10 raised to power 3. And this Avogadro's number is 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23. That is going to be the energy of one single bond. Now, we know that energy E is equals to hc by lambda, right? Okay. And what is hc by lambda? Lambda they are asking you, that will be hc by energy, right? Lambda will be, right? Put the Planck's constant here, right? Okay. 6.6 into 10 raised to power minus 34 multiplied by 3 into 10 raised to power 8 divided by 242 into 10 raised to power 3 multiplied by 6, just take it as 6 only, 6 into 10 raised to power 23. Now, solve this value and get your answer. Right, guys? Solve this value and get your answer. Right? So, here you will see most of the 10 powers are cancelled by each other only. You are left with 6.6, 3 and this 6. So, you can say 7, approximately take it as 7. 7, 6, 42, 42 into 3, 42, 80 something it will be, right? Achha, you also have to calculate this in nanometer, not in meters. Okay, this will be calculated, guys, in nanometers. Right? Okay. Yes, the answer is going to be what? 494. Okay, so just do the calculations here. You will get the answer is 494 nanometer. Okay, just convert this into nanometer. Right? Okay, the answer they are asking you in nanometer. Okay, that is important thing to note down. Right? Okay. Now, next is consider the following bromides. Consider the following bromides. These are the 3 bromides that is given to you. They are asking you the correct order of SN1 reactivity. SN1 reactivity is what? SN1 is what kind of reaction? Carbocation, right? Okay. So, it is going to be, very good. Very good. So, it is going to be SN1 reactivity. That means they are simply asking you carbocation. We can say this is a question of GOC only, right? Okay, because SN1, SN2, if they ask you the stability of the reaction, also it is in under GOC only, right? So, if you talk about these 3 diagrams here, I'll just put the positive here. This will be replaced and there will be one positive here. This will be replaced, eliminated, and there will be one positive here. This will be eliminated and there will be one positive here. As you can see, here you can see there is one conjugation that will be there. Double bond, single bond, positive charge. Right? So maximum stability is of B because it is having conjugation. Right? So these two are eliminated. Right? Then you have A and C. Now A, we know it is 1 degree because it is only connected to one carbon. But C is connected to 2 more carbons, so it is 2 degree. 2 degree has more stability. So then you have C, then you have A. So A is going to be the correct answer. Right? Very good. Vinyl bromide. Very good, Null. Very good. This is vinyl bromide. Right? That is why, because of resonance, not resonance, because of conjugation, it is going to have maximum stability. Right? Next question is, which one of the following has an optical isomer? Now, what is an optical isomer, guys? What is an optical isomer? Which one of the following has optical isomer? Optical isomer, basically, if you talk about, these are the coordination compounds, right? So we have to see which of the following has optical isomer. First thing is, if you talk about Zn, right, zinc, it is going to have 4 donating ligands, right? One is the En, other is NH3 and NH3, right? So optical isomer, it will not be able to form, right? Because there will be no trans kind of situation in this case, right? Okay, so that will not be formed, right? Okay, so if you talk about here also zinc, here also if you talk about zinc, it is again having 4 donating sites. Again, it is not possible to have it, right? Again, it is not possible to have the optical isomer. Optical isomer means non-superimposable mirror images, right? So non-superimposable mirror images is not possible in these two cases, right? Okay, so we'll just eliminate A and D from here, right? Okay, if you talk about B, it is too much symmetrical to have non-symmetrical. This is, wait a minute, this is cobalt. These are octahedral species. So if you talk about this thing here, right, En, En and En, right? Okay, this is what it will have. This is what it will have. If you have cobalt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here you can have different species, that you can have En here, right? You can have H2. Acha, this is also not possible. How this is possible? You can't have a cis kind of situation here, right? Okay, so basically again, it is not possible to have optical isomer because there is the opposite are same only, right? Okay, so there is no different structures that we can form here. Even if you put En here also, then the other 4 will have H2, H2, H2 only. This is also very symmetrical, right? So the only option that we are left with is En, right? Okay, only option that we are left with in this En. Now, when you draw the mirror image of this, right, when you draw the mirror image of this, right, this will be En and this is going to be En here, En here and En here. Now, here you will feel that, ma'am, they are symmetrical. How can they not be superimposable, right? Because the question that arises in students' mind is that, ma'am, you are saying that this is non-superimposable. How this is non-superimposable? Do you want me to draw the diagram of this one? The 3D diagram, if you want me to draw, then I can draw for you. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to draw the diagram or not. Right? Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you want me to draw the diagram. Right? Then I'll draw it for you. Okay? Hanji, everybody, if you want me to draw the diagram, because this is a slightly confusing thing to students, that, ma'am, why this is happening like that? Ma'am, no. Acha, tell me. If you want me to draw it, I am drawing it. Otherwise, I'll just leave it. Hanji. Everybody, I'm waiting for your answers. I am waiting for your answers. Or do you know that how this is non-superimposable? Because there is one rotation also that is needed. So what students feel na, कि ma'am, this is, if you put this here, this is non-superimposable. That is not the reality. If you rotate this, then it will be superimposable. Then how come we are saying that they are non-superimposable? How come we are saying that they are non-superimposable? right? Okay, so I'll just draw it only, right? Most of the students are saying no only, but still, because one is saying, so I have just give me a second, yaar. It's actually tough to draw these things. Acha. So basically, what you will have, this kind of ligand is there. En is this kind of ligand, right? This kind of ligand is En. So they can ask you other questions also regarding this. It may seem simple, but actually it's little bit complicated, right? Okay, it's little bit complicated when you draw this in real, right? This is what I am telling you, that mostly now what we learn is cramming, but in reality the situation is entirely different. It does not have plane of symmetry. Now we will learn how it does not have the plane of symmetry, right? This is a molecule, right, that we have. This is the molecule. Just have little patience, right, because I have not prepared this molecule before the class, so I'm doing this in front of you only, right? So basically this is the molecule, right? What students learn is, ma'am, we paste it here, right? This is a simple way of teaching you guys that okay, you paste it here, it is non-superimposable. But in reality, we can do the rotation. In reality, whenever we are checking the superimposability or non-superimposability, we can do the rotation. If you rotate it, then definitely it is superimposable. Then actually you need to see the 3D diagram. This is the 3D diagram. This is one En, this is second En, this is third En. If you see this here, there is no plane of symmetry. If you cut it from this side, this is a different piece, this is a different piece, this is no plane of symmetry. If you cut it from this side, there is no plane of symmetry, this is a different piece, this is a different piece, right? So as you can see this molecule, even if you see it like this, if I cut it like this, even now this molecule is bind to each other, this molecule is bound to each other. So that is why it may seem that it has a plane of symmetry, but in reality it does not have any plane of symmetry because they are bidentate ligands that are combined to each other, right? Okay, so that is why, that is the reason this is B is the correct answer. Okay, we can rotate it again. I am telling you this, we can rotate it. It is superimposable. In that case, if we see it in 2D, in 3D, right, we have to see this thing, right? Okay, chalo. Next question is, right, next question is, which of the following decarboxylates most easily? What do you mean by decarboxylates? Decarboxylation, from which carbon dioxide will be taken out very easily. From where carbon dioxide will be taken out very easily? Now, here one very, very important thing, right? That beta keto carboxylic acids, these. This is alpha, this is beta. On the beta position, when you have ketone, these kind of carboxylic acids, they can lose carbon dioxide very easily. Reason being, this is pH, this is C double bond O, this is CH2, this is CH2, and this is C double bond OOH, right? Okay, so exactly, you can also draw it like this, C double bond O, C double bond O, right? This is OH. So, or you can also draw it like this, OH, right? Okay. So, what will happen? This is alpha and this is the beta position, right? This hydrogen will be taken out here. This hydrogen will be taken by this oxygen, right? And what you will have, this is pH, this is C, this O will be present here, this bond will shift here and you will have a double bond here. This is CH2, right? And this will be eliminated, and you can also say this will be eliminated as carbon dioxide, right? And there will be elimination of carbon dioxide very easily. And here you have the enol form, which is further converted into keto form. This is C double bond O CH3, right? Okay, here what will happen? Tautomerism will happen. Tautomerism, right? So here what we can see that alpha beta keto carboxylic acids, they are very easily carboxylated. They are very easily decarboxylated because of this transfer of hydrogen to this position. Right? Okay, because of this hydrogen transfer to this position, because this is very acidic in nature. This COH is acidic in nature, it would want to lose the proton, right? And this C double bond O, we know that it is partially negative, it is partially positive. That is why it is electronegative, it would want to accept this, right? So that is why this will happen in this case, right? Okay. First is resonance structure. I know you may feel that, ma'am, why first is not the correct answer. This particular cyclic chain that it is forming, this is even more stable as compared to any resonating structure that it can form, right? Okay, so in this way, what will happen? Bonds will shift here and carbon dioxide will be eliminated very, very easily. So answer is C is the correct answer. Okay, next question is the main product of the following reaction is C6H5CH2CH, CH is concentrated H2SO4. Okay, very interesting question. They are asking you, you have concentrated H2SO4. That means dehydration. Concentrated H2SO4 is a very good dehydrating agent. It will take out water here. So how it will take out water and what kind of product will be formed? Let us draw it here. This is C6H5, CH2, CH, this is OH, this is CH, and this is CH3, and this is also CH3. Okay, now what you will have? You will take out OH negative from this side, right? Okay, and one hydrogen will be eliminated. Now the question is, which hydrogen will be eliminated? This one or this one? This hydrogen will be eliminated or this hydrogen will be eliminated? Yes, students, which hydrogen will be eliminated? This one or this one? Now guys, as you can see this, if this is eliminated, now basically what you will have, because of this phenyl C6H5 ring here, right? This is the C6H5 ring here. What will happen because of the C6H5 ring? This hydrogen will be eliminated fast, right? Okay, so what we'll have the elimination of this hydrogen here. So it will be CH, right? And here you will have the formation of double bond, right? Okay, and here you will have the formation of double bond. Now, next is double bond C6H5, and here you have CH, CH3, CH3. So, that means two hydrogens, right? This is not the answer. This is not the answer. This is double bond. This is C6H5, CH, CH2. And here also it is C6H5, CH, CH2. So basically now they are even, these two are definitely not the answer. But now they are saying that whether it will be a cis or a trans product. Whether it will be a cis or a trans product. Yes, everybody, whether it will be very good, very good, very good, very good Minecrafter. Yes. So it is going to be a trans product because of less repulsions here, right? So that is why answer is going to be A is the correct answer, because it is having trans hydrogens here. Less repulsions are present here because this is also a very big group. This is also a very big group. So answer is going to be A is the correct answer. Right, A is the correct answer. Next question guys, very good. That is the correct sequence which shows decreasing order of ionic radii of the elements. Decreasing order of ionic radii which shows. Now, from the question only you can see this is a question of isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species. Now, this is a very, very common question that they ask you, right? And it's a very, very simple yet very, very important question. One of the favorite questions, right? Okay, so isoelectronic species, you can say that if you talk about the negative charge, right? Okay, if you talk about the, yes, very good, very good, very good, very good. So if you talk about the negative charge, it is directly proportional to the negative charge. More is the negative charge on the anion, more is the size, right? Because electron it is gaining, so size is increasing. When it is losing the electron, so it is less size. So it is inversely proportional to the positive charge. So now can I say that negative charge is maximum in O2 negative? All of them has 10 electrons, right? So negative charge is maximum in O2 negative. Then you have F negative. Then positive charge maximum means less size. So Al3 positive will have least size. So answer is going to be D is the correct answer, right? Okay. Next question, students. The Gibbs energy for the decomposition of Al2O3 at 500 degree is as follows, right? The Gibbs energy, they are asking you the potential difference needed for the electrolytic reduction of Al2O3 at 500 degree is at least, okay? So you have to find, tell me the relation between delta G and E naught. Yes, students, what is the relation between delta G and E naught? Yes, students, what is the relation? NFE cell? Very good. NFE cell. Very good. So delta G is equals to, very good. Delta G is equals to minus NFE naught cell. Okay, minus NFE naught cell. They are asking you the potential difference needed. That means E cell they are asking you. You can also say E cell here, right? E cell is equals to delta G minus by NF, right? Okay, so delta G is given to be 966. Okay, it is given to be 966 kilojoule per mole, right? This is 2 by 3 Al2O3. Firstly, though, if you talk about, they are asking this in voltage, na? So we will put this in joules. Joule per mole, right? So it will be 966 into 10 raised to power 3. Now, Faraday, we all know that is 96500. But what is the value of N factor? That is the main thing, right? What is the value of N factor? So if you talk about this thing here, basically what is converted to which side? Here, balanced equation is given to us, right? Okay. So here if you talk about Al2O3 and this is Al is having 0 oxidation state, and this is basically, it will be 2x, it will be plus 3 only, right? Okay, it will be plus 3, right? Okay, it will be plus 3 and this is going to be 0, right? So if you talk about, this will be 2, if this is Al2O3, wait a minute, plus 6 is for this one, right? Plus 6 is for, plus 3 is for 1 aluminium ion. If you talk about 2 aluminium, it will be plus 6, right? For 2 aluminium, it will be plus 6 here, right? Okay. So 0 multiplied by 4 by 3 is nothing but 0 only. But plus 6 multiplied by 2 by 3 is going to be 2 is equals to 4. Right? So this is 4 and this is 2. So do you understand this thing, beta? Do you understand this thing? Because here N factor is important. Right? So basically it is given to be Al2O3. This is Al. Here 1 aluminium has plus 3 oxidation state, but we are given to be 2 aluminium here. 2 aluminium will have, just you can just simply do one more thing here. Okay, you can also calculate this with this method, right? That here it is 0. Let's say it is 0. Here it is plus 3, right? Okay. Now what we will say, here they have given us 4 by 3. So for 1 aluminium, it is 0. So for 4 by 3 aluminium also, it is going to be 0, right? That means over here, it is going to be 0 for 4 by 3, right? Okay, over here, it is going to be 0 for 4 by 3. Acha, if I talk about Al2, for 1 aluminium, it is plus 3, right? For 1 aluminium, it is plus 3. For 2 by 3 aluminium, it is going to be plus 3 multiplied by 2 by 3, right? Okay, wait a minute. 1 aluminium, it is plus 3, right? Here it is 4 by 3 because it is 2 aluminium now, so it is 4 by 3, right? So for 4 by 3 aluminium, it is going to be 4 by 3 into 3, answer will be 4. So whatever way you feel it is easy, you can calculate it that way. If you feel that doing this thing is easy for you, calculate it this way. If you feel that I can do the shortcut, then you can do this plus 6 and this is plus 6, right? So if plus 6 multiplied by 2 by 3, that is going to be plus 4. So totally your choice, right? So this is 4 and this is 0. The change is 4 only. So just put the value and you will get your answer. Okay? Okay, students? So that is going to be 4 and n factor is going to be 4. You can just write it here. N factor is going to be 4. Is that clear? Right? Option C. Yes, very good. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next question is, at 25 degrees Celsius, the solubility product of MgOH twice is this. Okay. At which pH will Mg2 positive ion start precipitating in the form of MgOH twice from a solution of this Mg2 positive ions? So students, as you can see that the solubility Ksp is given to us, pH they are asking you, that means we can calculate the value of OH. Will at which pH then start precipitating to form Mg2 positive, okay, from the solution Mg2 positive is given to us. So see, two things we need to do here. First is, what is the formula? It is Mg2 positive plus 2OH negative, that is going to give you Mg, or you can do the opposite. That means if MgOH twice, will this ion start precipitating? Now, so it will be Mg2 positive plus 2OH negative give rise to MgOH twice, right? That is the reaction. Now, what is Ksp? Solubility product, right? Either, so you can say 1 raised in the form of solubility, you can answer. You can say 1 square, 2 square, it is solubility. Then you have 1 plus 2. That can be the answer. But now we don't have anything related to solubility in the question. We have concentration. So to write it in the form of concentration, it will be Mg2 positive, stoichiometry is 1. And here it will be OH negative, stoichiometry is 2. Right? So OH negative is going to be Mg2 positive divided by Mg2 positive, wait a minute, Mg2 positive divided by Ksp. Here it is square, so it will be under root over here, Mg2 positive ion is given to be Mg2 positive ion, we are given to be 0.001 concentration is given, right? So it will be 0.001, right, divided by Ksp is also given to us. Ksp is given to be 1 into 10 raised to power minus 11. This is under root, right? This is under root, right? Okay. This will be 10 raised to power minus 3, right? 10 raised to power minus 3. So just put this value, 10 raised to power minus 3, right? This is 11. 11 minus 3, it is going to be 8. So it is going to be 10 raised to power 2, right? Under root 10 raised to power 8. It is going to be, cube root it will be, na? Huh. So it is going to be, so it will be half, na? It will be minus or plus. Mg2 positive is given to be 10 raised to power minus 3, right? Okay. So it will be positive here. It will be 10 raised to power 4, right? OH negative is going to be 10 raised to power 4. If it is 10 raised to power 4, then what will be the answer? (25 degrees Celsius, 10 raised to power, this is 1, 10 raised to power minus 11, right? Ksp is division only, OH, Mg. Array, I have done the opposite, is it? So sorry, I have done the opposite here. Okay, na? Otherwise, OH value will be very weird, right? So let's write it here. It will be mg, it will be ksp divided by mg2 positive. So sorry, it will be this thing. Now you put the values, it will be under root. ksp is going to be, ksp is what? ksp 10 raised to power minus 11. This is 10 raised to power minus 3. Now the answer will be under root 10 raised to power minus 8. Answer is going to be 10 raised to power minus 4. Now what we need to do, what is the value of pH? pH is equals to POH now. POH is equals to minus log base 10. This is OH, that is 10 raised to power minus 4. So the value is going to be 4, right? POH is going to be 4 and pH is going to be 14 minus 4, that is 10. So answer is going to be B is the correct answer. Okay. Okay guys. Yes, chalo. Now next question is, out of following alkene exhibit optical isomerism. Which alkene exhibits optical isomerism? So now optical isomerism, when they are talking about any alkene, optical isomerism, that means it should have, see, geometrical means the double bond should be like this. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 1, 2 and this is 3, this is 4. 1 should not be equal to 2, 3 should not be equal to 4. That is the geometrical isomerism side. Optical isomerism is the chiral center. You should have chiral carbon. If you have chiral carbon, then it will exhibit optical isomerism. So just draw the diagrams and see which has chiral carbon. So this is pentene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 methyl, 2 pentene, 2 on the second position you have this, right? So basically here you have, and one more important thing, chiral carbon means 4 group different, and it should be sp3 hybridized. These are the two conditions. So here sp3 hybridized is this one, this one, this one. So all the sp3 hybridized carbons, they don't have 4 different groups, right? Okay, so this is eliminated. Next is pentene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is students pentene, very good. Next is pentene 4 methyl. This is 4 methyl. On the first position you have this double bond. Now I can easily find that this carbon, right, this is CH3. Arre nahi, this will also not be, because it is CH3, both are same. This is sp3, this is sp3, this is sp3, this is sp3, and no sp3 carbon is having 4 different atoms here, right? Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pentene 3 methyl, and on the first position you should have double bond, right? Now this is sp3, this is sp3, this is sp3, this is sp3, this is sp3. Now I can see that this particular carbon which has 1 hydrogen, this is CH2, CH3, this is CH3, this is CH, this is CH2. So this particular carbon, this is different, this is different, this is different, and this is different. So this particular carbon is the chiral carbon. So answer is going to be C is the correct answer, right? Okay, got it? Got it guys? Chiral center, no plane of symmetry. Very good, very good. Now next is, for a particular reversible reaction, they are saying you have a reversible reaction at temperature T, delta H, delta S were found to be positive. Okay. If something like this is given to you, use Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, delta H is equals to, delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S, right? They are saying that what is happening, this is positive, right? This is also positive, right? That means temperature, if you want to have a spontaneous reaction here, then temperature should be like more than this delta H. So T is the temperature at equilibrium. At equilibrium, we know that delta G is equals to 0. Here I want to get delta G as a negative. If TE is the temperature at equilibrium, now they are asking about with respect to TE, what should be the temperature, right? Now guys, TE is the temperature, right? Let's say it is 10 degrees Celsius. At 10 degrees Celsius, it is at equilibrium, delta G is 0, right? Okay. Now what I know that when temperature will increase, delta G will decrease, because here you have this negative. So can I say delta G is inversely proportional to T for this particular situation? Guys, can I say delta G is inversely proportional to T for this particular situation? Right? Okay. That means if my temperature is increasing, delta G will move towards negative. So if this is my TE, then temperature, here this temperature should be greater than TE for delta G to be negative because of this thing, because of this thing. So answer is going to be B is the correct answer. Very good. I can see that you are answering that. Very good. So B is the correct answer. Right? Okay. Now students, just 4-5 questions we are left with. Right? Okay. So let's do this. Right? Okay. The ratio of sigma and pi bonds present in pyrophosphoric acid. Pyrophosphoric acid. What is this pyrophosphoric acid? So it is phosphor. Right? Okay. Pyrophosphoric acid, guys, it will have a double bond here. It will have a double bond here, right? So one oxygen here, 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 right? Okay. Okay. So let's complete the 5 bonds of this carbon, right? Okay. Chal. So this is H, 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 H. Right, so this is pyrophosphoric acid, right? Ratio of sigma and pi bonds. How many pi bonds? It only have 2 pi bonds. 2 pi bonds. Pi bond is 2. How many sigma bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sigma by pi, right? So 12 by 2, that is 6:1. So answer will be 6:1 is the correct answer. Yes, 6:1 is the correct answer. Next question on your screen. Next question, guys, we have 6:1. Very good. The number of atomic orbitals from the following having 5 radial nodes. Right, so what is the formula of radial nodes? Everybody in the comment section, what is the formula of radial nodes? Radial nodes, structure of atom, radial nodes. It is n minus L minus 1. So what is the formula, guys? Everybody, let's talk about all the orbitals here. Let's talk about all the orbitals. Everybody, let's talk about all the orbitals. Right? Okay? Chalo. Now, next is, this is 7s. Right? So n is what? N is 7, s is 0, and it is minus 1. So answer is going to be 6. They are asking you which has 5 radial nodes. So 7p. This is 7. 7 minus p is sp1, right? And this is 1. So answer is going to be 5, right? So that means this has 5, right? Again you have 6s. So 6 is 6 minus 0 minus 1. Answer is going to be 5. This also has 5. 8p is definitely not 5. Right, so 8 minus 1 minus 1, it is 6, right? Then 8d, that is going to be 8 minus L, spd, that is 2 minus 1. So answer is going to be 8 minus 3, again it is 5. So answer will be for three atomic orbitals, the answer is 5 radial nodes. Okay, okay, chal. Now next is number of incorrect statement from the following. Okay, number of, this is a statement based question. Number of incorrect statement they are asking you. So firstly, so let me see. It is from thermodynamics, right? Okay, mixture of little bit electrochemistry also. The electrical work that a reaction can perform at constant pressure and temperature. Electrical work is equals to Gibbs energy. Yes, Gibbs energy is what? Gibbs energy is the useful work, right? So electrical work that on a reaction can perform at constant temperature and pressure, that is equals to Gibbs free energy. That is the true statement, right? E naught is dependent on the pressure. E naught is definitely not dependent, it is independent of the pressure. This is false, right? Next is D E naught cell Huh. You have to tell me how many statements are incorrect. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many statements? D E naught cell by dt is equals to delta S by NF. This is also the correct statement. This is the formula, right? Okay. So this is also the correct answer, right? So this is also the correct statement, right? Next is a cell is operating reversibly, right? If the cell potential is exactly balanced by opposing source of potential. Wait a minute. A cell is operating reversibly if the cell potential is exactly balanced by an opposing source of potential. Okay. So, for example, you have more, like we talked about Daniel cell, it has 1.1 electron volt. Now, for example, you give it more external potential, what will happen? It will do the reverse thing, right? Okay. So, that is also the true statement. That is only one statement is false, and that is B statement is the false statement, right? Okay. Other thing which is incorrect. Other which is incorrect, guys. Two incorrect statement. A cell operating reversibly if the cell potential is exactly balanced. I'm so sorry. That is not exactly balanced. Yes, you're right. This is exactly balanced. Okay. So if you have, I thought they are saying that it is, you give more potential to it, right? If it is exactly balanced, for example, you have Daniel cell is 1.1. You give exactly that potential, then it will stop, right? So this is false. It will behave reversibly if you have opposite, you give you give more the electron potential of that cell, right? So answer will be 2. So answer is B and D are incorrect. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. This will not be the correct answer, right? D is the incorrect, right? Okay, yes. Next is the solubility product of BaSO4. Let me just see that statement again. A cell is operating reversibly if the cell potential is exactly balanced by the opposing source of potential. Yes. Okay, it is false only, right? It should not behave reversibly, it will stop. Okay. Next is the solubility product of BaSO4. You have BaSO4. The solubility product of BaSO4 is 1 into 10 raised to minus 10. The solubility of BaSO4 is 0.1 K2SO4. Basically, common ion effect is operating here, right? You have common ion effect. Common ion effect. Because you have two compounds, two salts that you have. They are saying solubility product of BaSO4 and K2SO4 is also present here, right? K2SO4 means 2K positive plus SO4 2 negative, right? Which is the common ion? SO4 is the common ion, right? Now, this is 0.1. If this is 0.1, this will be 0.2, right? This will be 0.2 and this will be 0.1. What about this thing here? What about this thing here? Here it is BaSO4. BaSO4 is BaSO4. It is soluble. So it will be Ba2 positive plus SO4 2 negative, right? Now we know that if you're talking about the solubilities here, solubility here, it will be S00. Instead of concentration, we take S here. So after that, completely soluble, it will be 0, it will be S, it will also be S. But because this is the common ion, this is the common ion, this is the common ion, so we will add S and S. Here also we will add S, here also we will add 0.1, right? So this is approximately equal to 0.1. This is also, we can say, approximately equals to 0.1. So now here KSP will be SO4. Its solubility is 0.1. Here it is S, right? Stoichiometry is 1 only. So they are asking you the solubility of BaSO4. KSP is given to be 1 into 10 raised to power minus 10. 10 raised to power minus 10. Solubility, this will be 0.1. Solubility will be 10 raised to power minus 11, right? Wait a minute. The solubility product is the solubility of BaSO4 is this. Solubility is given to be this. That is dash into 10 raised power minus 9 gram per liter. Okay. This is gram per liter, right? So that will be, if you talk about minus 9 here, it will be 10 raised power minus 2. First, you let me see 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. So it will be multiplied by the molar mass here, 233. This is in gram per liter. Wait a minute, this is gram per liter. If we multiply this with molar mass, that is gram per mole, or if you divide this with the molar mass, that is per gram mole, right? Okay. Then the answer will be, acha, wait a minute. Molar mass, the solubility is what? Wait a minute. Ksp is equilibrium constant. It will be divided by the molar mass. It will be divided by the molar mass. Then only it will come according to gram per liter they are asking. Na? So it will be divided by the molar mass. Right? Now you need to solve this in terms where you have 10 raised power minus 9 also. Right? Okay. Now you need to solve it in this way. Right? Okay. Yes, everybody, solve it in this way. Wait a minute. This is KSP. Solubility product is this. Solubility product of this is 0.1 molar, right? So this is KSP is given in, wait a minute guys, solubility product is 10 raised power minus 10, right? If I put it here, 10 raised power minus 10, 10 raised power minus 10, this is basically 0.1. Acha, okay. So this will be 0.1 na? So it is 0.1 and this is 10, right? So solubility is going to be 10 raised power minus, not 10, it will be minus 9 only. Solubility is 10 raised power minus 9, right? This is in concentration mole per liter. Just give me a second. Mole per liter. If I multiply this by gram per mole, it is going to be liter gram per mole. Mole will cancel each other and you will have gram per liter. And they have given this in gram per liter only. Okay. So guys, this will be multiplied, okay? So this 10 raised power minus 9, this is in gram, this is in mole per liter, right? Because it is like concentration only, right? Now we have to multiply this with, because they are asking you in gram per liter, right? Okay. So it will be multiplied by this. So it will be 10 raised to power minus 9 multiplied by 233, right? So it's like they are asking you the strength basically, right? So answer will be in gram per liter. So basically they are asking you the strength here, right? So answer is going to be 233, right? So answer is going to be 233, right? Okay, so answer is going to be 233, right? Okay. Yeah, I know, sometimes little bit mistakes, right? So yeah, so it was supposed to be 0.1 here, I just randomly did that. So yeah, okay, so answer is going to be 233. That is going to be the answer, right? Okay, chal. Now that's it guys. So that was the last question. Now what we are going to do next, right? Now we have completed the mock test, but today you also have your chemistry class, right? You also have your chemistry class, right? So I'll take the chemistry class at 6 p.m. There is a reason behind that, because it's already 2:30 p.m., right? Okay, so I'll need time to make notes for you, right? Wait a minute. So chemistry class is going to be at 6 p.m. Right? So now I'll be going and making notes for you for solution and chemical kinetics. So what are the two chapters that we are going to do today? Solution, solution and chemical kinetics, and chemical kinetics, and chemical kinetics. And how we are going to do it? Firstly, we are going to do the handwritten notes revision. Firstly, we will do the revision, right? After that, we are going to do the previous year questions. First, we will do revision of solution, then previous year question, then revision of chemical kinetics, then previous year questions. Okay, yes, and it is going to be at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. Mark it at 6 p.m. And the class will be around 3 to 4 hours long. So now you can take rest. After 3 hours, I'll again meet you at 6 p.m. on this channel only. The live session is already, you can see on the live section, there is live session already, right? Just like we did equilibrium, thermodynamics in the same way. We also did 4 chapters we have done now till now. We are left with 4 chapters, right? So we'll do it today. 2 chapters we'll do today. Other 2 chapters we'll do within this week only. So within this week, you will have physical chemistry will be finished. After that, I'm going to take up one very, very important thing, that is practical chemistry. Right? So we will take practical chemistry, salt analysis. We'll study about that once we complete the physical chemistry. Okay, guys, is that clear to everybody? Yes. Right? So that's it for today, guys. Okay, then bye bye. Take care. See you all at 6 p.m. in the class. Bye bye. Take care. See you.